Holy Spirit, rain down, raining down. Oh, comforter and friend, how we need your touch again. Holy Spirit, rain down, rain down. Let your power fall, let your voice be heard. Come and change our hearts as we stand on your word. Holy Spirit, rain down. Holy Spirit, rain down. Rain down. Oh, comforter and friend, how we need your touch again. Holy Spirit, rain down. Rain down. Let your power fall, let your voice be heard. Come and change our hearts as we stand on your word. Holy Spirit, rain down. No eye have seen, no ear has heard, no mind can know what God has in store. So open up heaven, open it wide over your church and over our lives. Holy Spirit, rain down. Rain down. Oh, comforter and friend, how we need your touch again. Holy Spirit, rain down. Rain down. Let your power fall, let your voice be heard. Come and change our hearts as we stand on your word. Holy Spirit, rain down. Whew, okay. So, oh wow, we got some people up in here. Okay. Well, let me bring in my panel guests while I'm on here and say hello to everybody. Thank you for joining me. I see my nephew is the first one to say hello. What's going on, Michael? It's my youngest nephew, like biologically too. Biological nephew. Nash, what's going on? Fresh Sounds, Florida, what's going on? Mitch Soul, how you be? Ron Music telling me to sing, boy. Okay. Hey, what's going on, Sabrina? Yeah, I'm trying to sing. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to sing. Let me see anybody else. All right, and we got hey man, what's up? All the way from South Africa. Okay, Tito. All right, well, welcome. I think this is my First time seeing you in here, I think. Okay. All right. Love the cover you did of Joe, all the things. Oh, thank you, Mugshot Don. Appreciate that. Yeah, I did that one a while ago. Hope everyone is well. Same for you, Gerald, man. We hope that you and yours as well also. So let me say what's up to the panel. What's going on? Purple in B flat. Looking like you from Baltimore, Maryland, wearing your purple.
Oh no, 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 no.
Got her purple hair and everything. You know what I'm saying? How you be today, Miss Brandy?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm making it.
All
Trying
right,
to.
that's what. Are you trying to? Yeah, aren't we all?
Mhm. And shout out to Sabrina, I seen you.
All right. And what's going on, Miss Drea? How you doing?
I'm good. How y'all doing tonight?
Man, we just alive and breathing.
Yeah, that was a great song. It was a
Thank
great
you.
way to
Thank
open up
you.
the show.
God be the
How's
glory.
everybody? Hey, everybody in the chat room. Welcome. Hi.
All right, all right. Yeah, I think yeah, you got. I think Sabrina said hi to the ladies too, so she
Hey,
did say hi.
Sabrina. I'm in here to
Yeah,
get on here.
yeah, she in the chat room. And what's going on? Blonde in D flat. Yes, our friend D them went blonde on us. What's going on, Cisco? Cisco, Drew Hill. Let me hear you say. Oh, I went to Jodeci right there. But anyway, what's going on? Blonde in D flat.
Nothing much, nothing much. How's everybody doing?
Just trying to be blonde like I'm trying to be like you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we got jokes. We got jokes.
Well, come on.
Hey,
You now you
Mitso.
should have known that if you came on here with blonde hair, I was gonna have to say something now. Come on now.
And hello, Sabrina. Sabrina. I can't even say. I said Sabrina.
Sabrina.
Sabrina, I think you know you
Hey,
talking
Mitch.
about.
Hey,
Uh,
everybody in the chat.
yep. All right. So everyone's doing well. And let
Everybody
me
drinking your Lysol and everything.
oh yeah, drink your Lysol and yeah, drink your bleach and make sure you sniff the bleach too, you know what I'm saying? And you can drink a little bit of water too, you know what I'm saying? You gotta stay safe now, you know what I'm saying? Even though if you do any of the things that we just told you to do, you'll probably die quicker than that disease will kill you, but it's all good. For
Get
those
the
that are
disclaimer out.
I know, right? For those of you that are in the chat room, if you don't say hello, we will not know that you're there. So definitely feel free to say hello. We're just taking a couple of minutes to say hello. And I also want to put out there for those of you who missed the live stream this past Thursday, I had said that for the last 4 weeks, I guess maybe even 5 weeks now, I guess I've been doing 3 live streams every week, and
So I
none of
told
them.
Jazz to
So
take the next week off.
I'm glad you gave me permission to do that. But
Yeah.
most of those streams are not even less than 3 hours. Most of them, you know what I'm saying. So it's having its toll on me. So what I said was, we're not going to this week. I'm not going to do Wednesday and Thursday. I'm still going to do Saturday of next week, but I'm just going to take this 1 week off to just focus on tutorials.
Mm.
And because sometimes learning these songs takes all day, depending on the song. If it don't have sheet music and it's one of them crazy ones that I gotta really listen to, and then I gotta do a live stream for a couple hours, and then I cut the live stream off, and then I go right back to work, and I'm just like, you know what?
Working hard,
It's
man.
catching up to a brother. It's catching up to a brother. So we definitely will be taking a break just on Wednesday and Thursday, and hopefully it will be just this week. I'm only talking this week only. So and then we'll be back next Saturday, and then hopefully after that we'll be back on the schedule again, because I do want to continue to do these live streams while we're stuck in quarantine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying they're going away. I'm just saying, just give a brother a little break. You know what I'm saying? I've been
Oh
going.
yeah, Mitso. He gonna still get paid. We're gonna make sure we take care of him. We're taking those 2 days vacation.
Well, if you say, am I gonna still get paid? That's up to y'all. Y'all still gonna pay me? Are y'all gonna pay y'all Patreon at the end of the month on May 1st? Or y'all or are y'all gonna cancel on me?
Comes
Hopefully,
out
y'all.
regularly. So yeah, he's still gonna get paid.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. I mean, paid vacations. You're supposed to get paid vacations, right? What's up, 112 DZ? I see you didn't slid up in here.
Oh,
What's
y'all
going
doing
on?
Hey, 112
Hey, 112.
it? What's going on?
Man, we just trying to have a deep voice like you. We trying to be like Barry White and Melvin
Oh,
Franklin. You know what I'm
goodness.
saying? I'll take good care.
Oh God, here we go.
That's just what a man is supposed to do. Okay. All right. For those of you who don't know that's just an ongoing joke because everybody knows I love Barry White's part on Secret Garden. When he comes in with that, oh, take good. And every time 112 DZ come on here with that deep voice, I start singing that song. I'll take good care. But I don't want to follow that song over top of Holy Spirit Rain Down, so we're gonna leave that alone. Okay. I'm finished singing Holy Spirit Rain Down, so we're not gonna go to the Secret Garden. We're not gonna talk about the Secret Garden right after we just, was blessed with that song. So I'm going to resist for tonight doing that one. Is there anyone else in the chat room that has not said hello to us? Please make sure that you say hello. My videos still have the light up keys, Tito. My tutorials still, I haven't stopped using that when I'm doing my tutorials. So yeah. Yeah, I've been having videos with light up keys probably for the last 2.5 years, man. They still, when I do a tutorial, I still got the keys lit up. You know what I'm saying? So Dre, you was telling me while we were offline about some type of epic battle that's happening tomorrow.
Yes, well, on the heels of the Teddy Riley babyface battle, John P. Key issued a challenge to Hezekiah Walker to do a Hezekiah Walker issued a challenge. Oh, wait a minute. So John P. Key I'm sorry, that's my husband talking in the background. Say hi, babe. Say hi.
Hello. What's going on, sir? How you be?
You said Hezekiah Walker put the challenge out or John P. Key did it?
John P. Key responded to the challenge.
Oh, okay. Hezekiah Walker put out the challenge. John P. Key responded to the challenge, and they're doing a battle on tomorrow at 6 p.m. on IG. So, yeah, I'm pretty hype about that. I can't do that.
So who you think is going to get the black eye tomorrow?
That's not fair, man.
Black eye?
Yeah, who's going to get the black eye? The 112 DZ just said that's not fair, but I'm just asking the hard questions. Who you think getting the black eye tomorrow?
Why? Wait, 112. Why don't you think that's fair?
I love them both, man.
I know, me too. Yeah.
But that's gonna be a good one. I think that's gonna be a good one, though.
Yeah.
I felt the same way when Teddy and Babyface. I love both of them too.
I mean, but
somebody had to get the black eye, and we talked about that last
one.
Yeah, Babyface definitely won that one.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Who you think getting that black eye? Who's going home looking like somebody stole their bike tomorrow?
I think Hezekiah is going to win that one.
Okay.
And well, only because Hezekiah's formula is a little bit more. His formula is a lot of repetitive words, a lot of inversions, a lot of accessible choir music melodies. His music is a little bit more accessible than John P. Key's.
You're saying, in all fairness, you're saying it's more simple, and people respond to easy, simple music. That's the wrong term, but you know what I mean.
From a singer standpoint, from a music standpoint, he obviously Hezekiah Walker has amazing musicians as well, but from a singer standpoint, it's easier to access his music. You know what I'm saying? Right. Notwithstanding the whole, you know how his songs modulate into the rafters sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
That's not very accessible.
Into the whistle register.
I know. I mean, he has those sopranos. It's hard. It's high for everybody.
Yeah.
But somebody said both their music can be complicated.
That was wrong.
Yeah, that's true. As far as the singing part, though, I think it's easier. Hezekiah Walker's music is more commercial in a sense because it's very repetitive And I think people just catch on to his music a little bit more. I think it has a wider reach, a wider audience than John P. Key. Okay. But I mean, I have equal respect for both of them. I love John P. Key.
Okay. So like what let's say, okay, John P. Key, no, Hezekiah issued the challenge, your husband said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say Hezekiah puts up, let's say, every praise, right? Every praise is to our God. What do you think is a good song that John P. Key should put up to compete with? Because everybody knows every praise. That was like a big.
Yeah, I mean, he would just have to put up one of his later, like he could put up "I Made It Out." I don't know what he's released that came out later than "I Made It Out" because I haven't really been keeping up.
Right. Okay.
"I Made It Out." I mean, that song cranks for me. You know what I'm saying? I would rather, but now between those two songs, I would rather listen to the John P. Key one.
Oh, okay.
But because he's it's just a little funkier. But every praise, again, it has a very commercial appeal. You know what I'm saying? Like every praise will cross genres, it will cross denominations, and even the chord progression from every praise, it sounds like
oh man, we use that. That chord progression is the same chord progression for "How Great Is Our God," because you can go, every praise is to our God, every word of worship with one accord, every praise to our God, how great is our God. Sing with me, how great, same chords.
Right.
Our God.
Secular song, 80s pop song. I can't call this song. I can't remember if what you said.
I'm telling you something.
I'm
on the internet. Unplug it.
Oh my God.
Okay. Sorry.
No need to apologize. We already know your mama. It's all
yeah.
good.
So, ain't it a song by the Police? It's a song from the 80s that has that progression. And every time I hear every praise, I'm like, that is that song from the 80s. Somebody help me out. I know somebody knows that song in the chat.
I'm not sure what you're talking about with the Police song, but every time I hear every praise, I think of How Great Is Our God.
Oh, okay. Well, that progression is
it's common.
Choppy. It's not a gospel progression. It's a pop progression.
Mm-hmm.
So
unless you talking about every little thing he does is magic. That's by the Police.
But is it the same progression?
No, it's not that one.
It's not that one.
Google it. I'm gonna have to Google it. I'm gonna have to Google this song. But I mean, anyway, the progression is 1 6 4 5 1. That's the progression. That's it. Bev T.
Okay, Bev T got it. Bev T got it for
that's what
every
it is.
step I take.
Every step I take. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, that one, the one and they use that for that Biggie tribute song. I remember when Buffy and them.
Every time I hear every praise, I think of that song.
I'll be missing you. I never thought about that. I never associated those chords with that. Every step right. Every it is it. Move on, every I'll be missing.
Yeah.
Wow. I never. So now that's 3 songs I know with that.
Yeah.
Straight off the top of my head.
I think Hezekiah Walker is very strategic in how he writes his songs. He knows how to write commercial songs that's gonna hit a wider audience. And so for that reason, I think he'll probably win.
Okay. All right. So you said John P. Key. No, you said Hezekiah. I'm sorry. You said Hezekiah probably will win.
Yeah, I do think Hezekiah is going to win. Yeah.
Usually, the person when I mean, we all know it's no secret. When the songs are simpler and people can learn it easier, sing it easier, they tend to be the ones that are always the more popular. So
yeah.
So I agree with what you said. I agree with what you said.
And I want to reiterate something Ron said. So Hezekiah's his songs are not easy to play though. His songs are very complicated to play. Like, for example, one of my favorite songs by him that I've never really been able to like. I can play it a little bit because it sounds simple, but the way he does it is still kind of. You might have to do a tutorial on it. Okay, the song is woke me up this morning, started me on my way, put food on my table, brought joy to my day. I'm glad his love will never change. That song. That's one of my favorite Hezekiah Walker songs.
I'm gonna let you do the tutorial on that one.
That song is What'd you say?
I'm gonna let you do the tutorial for that.
Oh,
one.
I'm not. No, I need a tutorial on that. I need a tutorial on that. Like,
I wonder if there's sheet music out for it.
What'd you say?
I said I wonder if sheet music is out for it because a lot of Hezekiah stuff is on sheet music.
Right. I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, Hezekiah Walker, he got the easiest song, but I think John P. Key is going to come out with the older songs that people can relate to, as far as I can remember, when I was down, and God came through with that. That's the type of audience he's going to get to.
Yeah, I mean, can't argue with that, man. He got some dope older songs that still like even today you pull it out in church, it's gonna slay the church.
It's like standing in the need of prayer. I mean,
yes.
I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe that's my song.
Yeah,
that's my favorite, man.
That's my. Oh man, I was just
heard my
listening to
mention now. Oh, I believe. Oh
Yeah,
man, I
literally was just listening to that song maybe a week ago. I was in the middle of learning one of these tutorials, and I needed a break. It was a very long. I was down here forever, and I needed a break, and I put that song on like a week ago.
Yeah,
and I love the one with the band, but the best one. That's the one where they go. Hit me one time. I need it twice.
Yes, man.
I love the one that has the band with it. That's my one.
Yeah, so that's where he's gonna grab those people. With Hezekiah Walker's gonna grab more of the newer, the younger ones, the easier one type.
Yeah.
Nostalgia is.
I love "I Do Worship" by John P.
Key.
Oh yeah,
I do worship. Yeah, I did that song in my church about maybe a year or two ago. Yep, very nice. I like that one.
Yeah,
I like what Mitch Soul said too. "Jesus is Real" by John P. Key.
Oh yeah,
this is real.
Definitely, that song is like basically iconic. So
yes, indeed.
So I think John P. Key might pull this one out because this, grabbing the, those type, because you're gonna have those be like, oh yes, like I said.
People coming up with titles right now. They typing in the titles up in there.
Yeah.
1.5.
I love that song.
Especially
Lord, I'm trying to make 100 people.
Oh yeah.
One of my favorite Hezekiah Walker songs is he has a song called "Clean Inside."
Yeah, that's a classic.
Make you clean. Yep.
Oh
It's
yeah,
only 5 words in the song, and it's a classic.
Yeah, that's funky. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Inside 7 words. Well, 6 words.
And then he gonna also come out with "It's gonna get better."
Yeah,
better. It's gonna get better.
Oh yeah. I know you. Yeah, I actually did that one time.
Man, we can go on all night.
I think Better was on a Verizon commercial. That song like went literally commercial.
Yeah,
that was a recent song he did too, right? He just did that one recently, right?
It's been in the last 5 years.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, because I know I did it when I first got to the church where I play at now. I remember doing it, and it was new then, and I've only been at that church for a few years. So yeah, I remember that song.
But if John P. Key come out standing in the need of prayer, it's me.
Yeah.
It's me, oh Lord.
Oh man.
Lord, I'm standing in the need
I love that song.
of prayer. Oh man, that's
Yeah, that's a song.
Oh yeah, that's it.
I mean, John P. Key has mostly hitters too. Don't get it wrong.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
You know, he ain't wrote a bad song.
Yeah.
Where everybody write a bad song, we just didn't hear it. That's all.
Well, yeah.
It was just like, I ain't gonna let nobody hear this one. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah. Oh, and Ron said, "Don't forget Holy." Yeah, Holy is our God. That's a catchy one too.
Oh, that's his. That's him.
Holy,
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 holy, holy
is
is our God. I didn't realize that was John P.
Oh, I didn't
I
even
know
know that
I've
was
sung
him.
it.
Holy is our God.
Right.
I'm reaping the promise, God.
Oh, wow.
Devil's
You did
coming
that for me.
today.
Right.
I'll recover it all.
Wow.
I don't know
I
why I
didn't know that
didn't
was him.
realize that was him. I've done the song. I know I've
Mhm.
sung it. I know I've sung it with a choir before. I don't know if I actually played it, but yeah. I didn't realize that was okay, man. Woo.
Oh, he's talking about another Holy.
Hezekiah Walker, Grateful.
Oh yeah. Oh man, come on now.
Oh,
Come
man.
on.
Ooh.
I'm thinking,
Come on.
Well, I forgot how to play that. I used to know how to play that song, man. Dun, 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 dun.
yeah, Grateful is yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
one year they wore that song out. I was over. And I love it though. I love
It just keep playing that intro.
it. I know.
Yeah. Like you said, his song is so repetitive.
Yeah.
Very repetitive.
And I was going to a lot of programs when that song came out, and every program it seemed like somebody was covering that song, and everybody was not doing a good job covering it. Like I'm like, oh my goodness, will you sit down somewhere?
Yep.
No, you know Jerry's gonna be honest, right?
I'm just saying, because this song is so easy, everybody think they can sing them. You still gotta sing the right part.
I am grateful for the things that you have done. Yes, I'm grateful for the victories we've won. I could go on and on about your word, because I'm grateful, so grateful just to serve you. Oh, I know I'm messing up the words.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, you are.
Flowing from my heart are the issues of my heart. It's greatness. I mean, oh man, I love that joint. Then you got the and then that's it. Then you at the end, grateful,
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Ron put up a good one. I will bless the Lord at all times. I forgot about that.
Hold up, y'all. Y'all messed up my song. Grateful.
See?
With that one,
It's flowing from my heart.
Yeah.
Grateful.
Okay.
But see, that's the thing. When people sing that song and you know how it's supposed to sound and you know the inversions, it's not that hard, and then they get up there and butcher it, I can't get into it. I'd be like, you're butchering it. I can't praise him right now.
You're messing up the spirit.
Right. Spirit, you messing up everything.
Quenching everything. You just quenched my thirst and everything, man.
I can't worship like this.
Yeah, but I forgot. Like Ron got, I will bless the Lord at all time.
Oh yeah.
God favors me.
Oh yeah, that's
God
what it got.
favors me.
Yeah.
I will bless the Lord. Oh yeah.
And then he was talking about that was like a throwback one. I know which one you're talking about now, Ron. I had to look it up.
I will bless.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was.
Ooh, y'all remember John P. He has this song called "Stand."
Oh yeah, yes,
Mhm.
that's one of his hitters.
Man, I think that's on the top of my list.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to make sure I check out this battle now, because y'all
Yeah,
I couldn't, like, if you would have asked me to name songs that they did, I probably would only had like one or two. But now y'all throwing out all these songs, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. That's gonna be good.
Yeah. I can name way more Hezekiah songs off of the top of my head than John P. Key. More John P. Key songs. I know them. I know some of them, but some of them I only know when I hear them. I'm a lot more familiar with Hezekiah's catalog. But as far as the musicianship, oh my gosh, John's band is just amazing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
His band. Goodness.
Of course, North Carolina native MC is talking about MC in the building.
She got to, John. She got to.
I mean, and Brandy too, because Brandy's down there in North Kakalaka too.
Oh, okay. Team John Brandy. Yeah.
Even though she got the purple hair, you know, the Baltimore Ravens hair color, she's still North Kakalaka.
Yeah.
On her head, which is close to her brain, she got that raven color, you know, and that's close to the brain. So y'all remember that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Jay Melody said John P. Key is the greatest of all time. That's what he said. Would y'all say he's the greatest of all? Which one is the GOAT then? Which one is the GOAT? Because only one person can be the greatest.
You mean between those two?
Greatest of all time. We didn't say greats. We said
you mean between those two?
So no, I mean GOAT means greatest, right? It doesn't mean greats of all time, right? It means greatest. So who gets the title of greatest of all time? Is it going to be?
No, when you say greatest, you mean artist with a choir?
I'm talking about between John P. Key and just those two, and Hezekiah. I'm just talking about just between those two.
It's hard for me to pick between those two. I think Hezekiah is going to win, but I don't think that he's better than John P. Key.
Okay.
I think he's going to win for the reasons I mentioned earlier, that he has a wider commercial appeal. Okay. But they're both just excellent. Like, they're both go-to people. Anybody who wants to study how to play and render gospel music, choir music, you would definitely have them on the list. You would definitely have them close to the top of the list. So, yeah.
So who else should, like, if this was going to be a three-way battle, who would be the third person that should enter this challenge? If it was going to be a three-way, who do you think is good enough to be the third person in this challenge? Just curious.
Ricky Dillard.
Okay.
Yep. I was going to say Ricky Dillard.
So y'all wasn't going to say Kurt Franklin with all the hits that he had?
Nah.
No, you know what? I think I would put Richard Smallwood up in there.
Okay.
So if you put Richard Smallwood in, then he wins, because Richard Smallwood is like, he gave birth to all of them, basically.
Yep, basically.
And I'm not just saying that because I'm from DC.
Technically, you're from PG.
Yeah, Richard Smallwood is the GOAT. If there is a GOAT, it's Richard Smallwood.
Well, some people saying Fred Hammond can be put up in there, and Donald Lawrence. You know what? That would be a good one. Fred Hammond and Donald Lawrence. I would love to see those two go against.
That would be a good battle, Fred Hammond.
I would love that. I need to call up Fred. Let me get his number. Anybody got Fred Hammond's number?
Jay Melody said Ricky Dillard versus James Hall. Now that would be a perfect matchup. Those two against each other. I think. I agree with that.
Okay. So who would be the right person to go against Kurt Franklin, then, or is he in a class by himself?
Probably Ty Tribbett.
Yeah,
maybe.
Ty Tribbett.
Okay, I can go with that.
Yeah. Ty would not win though.
No, not at all.
Because he's like a he's not a prototype. He's like the offspring. Like, he came after.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, what he does, Kirk Franklin gave birth to that. So. Yeah.
No, the thing I love about Ty, I love his music, but like, if I'm trying to get my worship on, Ty screams in the middle of his songs.
Well, wait a minute, 112. Okay, you remember his first project? He did a song with John P. Key. It's a worship song.
Yeah, he did. I know what you're talking about.
It's called "You Are My Joy."
Yep.
That song sends you in, but then at the end of the song, him and John P. Key start screaming.
What's that?
It's called "You Are My Joy." It's like it is the most beautiful worship song. Like, it's a beautiful song, and then at the end of it, it goes into a praise break. So I mean, but I mean, not just any praise break. Those are two the praise break that Ty Tribbett made popular that all the churches started doing. But
I'm smacking my left hand. Sorry, Dre. I was practicing my left
no,
hand.
go
there.
ahead. I'm just rambling.
No. Go ahead. I was just
yeah. But I'm saying what 112 said is true. Like you can be worshiping on Ty Tribbett and then like he'll scream on you.
Exactly. Like what's going on?
You sitting there like
You get a shock of your life. What happened?
was that the devil or was that the Holy Spirit, bro?
Do that again, Jazz. Do that again. You'll be like, what?
But sometimes some people can't feel it unless you have a scream, a down home. They don't feel like they really worship. So I mean, I get it. I ain't mad at them. It's still like
it's a lot of emotionalism that goes into it too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
well, it's gospel.
Let's be honest.
Gospel ain't gospel without emotionalism. That's part and parcel to it. And I don't mock that. It is what it is. It's part of our culture. It's part of being Black. Emotionalism is part of, and dance. It's all part of, it's cultural. So
yes,
I don't knock it. But I'm just saying, if I'm in a quiet worship moment, then you start
Lord,
Kim C said Commission versus the Winans. Yes, that's a good matchup.
Who is?
Kim C said Commissioned versus the Winans.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
That would be good.
Because they both came out around the same time doing the same type of thing where they changed the sound of traditional gospel.
Yeah.
They weren't doing it traditional, I guess I should say. Yeah.
I got the Winers on that one.
I
don't know. Commission. I don't know. I think Commission might get that one, man. I might have to get.
I don't know. That's hard one to call. I would have to see it. I would have to actually.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be a hard one to me. Yeah.
For me, all you got to do is play. For me, all you got to do is play Tomorrow. I'm done.
Tomorrow, who promised you?
Yeah, but okay. Wait a minute, though. Commission has a song that matches that one. They have ordinary not ordinary love. That song.
Oh man,
that song wipes out almost everything. That song puts me under the floor.
It's not an ordinary love.
And if you heard the live Commission reunion album,
yes, that's the one I was.
Oh
yes. Woo.
That the newer member took over towards the end. Like
Marvin took over, right?
No. Mitch sung this song. That's the one that originally recorded the song, right?
Yeah,
Mitch,
in the beginning,
right? But then the dude, it wasn't Marvin. It was that new dude. It was the guy that was like the newest member. It's not an ordinary love.
Yeah, ordinary just won't do. That's the real name.
Yeah. It's not an ordinary love. And then he was like, I don't do runs like that. I gotta get YC for that. But I leave that to YC. Always looked at YC is a friend of Dre and I that we went to college with. But yeah, you want somebody to do some runs, you get him to do that. But the one thing that impressed me about John P. Key, I'm trying to think of the name of the song, but I remember listening to it before I ever saw a performance on YouTube, and I could have sworn it was a soprano that was just hitting this note, and it was John P. Key.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm looking at the video, and he's like, I'm talking about Drea soprano. I'm talking about like a note that Drea can sing. It's John P. Key. I guess I don't know how he taps.
He did that on I Do Worship at the end.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I can't even know it.
I mean, I remember the first time I actually saw a live performance. It's still on YouTube. And he's just sitting up, and whenever I listen to the song, I just thought he just had a soprano just doing that. And he's sitting up there. And I'm like, how no? And then this is what he does. He goes, for your goodness. I mean, he immediately drops down to his baritone. He's like, for your goodness. I'm like,
you know what I love about John P. Key too? He real churchy, but he also gives me street vibes. I just feel like he's like a well-rounded person. You know, and his personality comes out in all of that stuff. And that's what I appreciate about him.
Yeah, he looked like he'll clock you. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, like yeah. I mean, and I don't mean that in a negative way at all. I just feel like he could probably minister to anybody, like somebody that's within a church tradition or somebody that's not.
Right.
So that's what I appreciate about him. Hezekiah Walker is straight up church, but you know what I'm saying? Like church. But it's still great music though, especially his shout music, his shout jams, like Lift Him Up. That's
lift him up.
Oh yeah.
Higher, lift him up. That's what I'm saying. I be forgetting about these
that
songs.
is true church. Like that song starts on 10 and it finishes on 20.
Now it finishes on 1,000. I mean, dude, that. But
Yeah.
it's fun to listen to though. When you just listen to, I don't ever want to sing it, and I don't want to play it. I've never tried to play it, and I refuse to because I'm not that skillful. I mean, I probably could do it, but that scares me. Trying to play something like that.
But honestly, that's you got to give them credit for that. Like they have, and it's both camps have musicians on that level. They have superior musicianship, and a lot of times what happens is people say, "Oh, church musicians this, church musicians that," but the musicians that they use are church musicians, and I haven't heard better musicians than these musicians. So I'm just like, hats off to them. That's a huge part of why their music is so great, is the musicianship.
Right. That's true. It's nothing like gospel, urban gospel musicians, man.
Yeah. I mean, really great.
Real one.
Yeah.
A real one.
And they still going too.
Sabrina said, "Am I the only one who can't clap and shout music?"
That's so. Sabrina, you might be the only one.
You might be the only one. Yep.
That song you supposed to shout to. You can't clap to that.
Yeah. Stop trying to clap, Sabrina.
Just bounce.
Just get up and dance.
Just bounce.
Yeah. Just get up and dance.
The shoulder bounce. Yep.
just get up and dance. Forget about the clapping.
Oh my God. It's hard to talk that one. It's
No, you get tired either one.
You gotta start with a slower song. So start with the slow ones and then work your way up to the fast ones.
Because if you do, you're gonna get tired. Yeah.
She said her shoulders got a mind of their own.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that is hilarious.
Higher.
Yeah, you gotta do it on the right beat, though.
No. Man, I love that walk up, man.
Yeah.
And walk up and walk back down. Whew.
Yeah.
And then you can do the Drew Hill bounce on. Nah, was it? What's that song they did when they did the bounce? What song was that? Come on, y'all. Oh my goodness. In My Bed. You know what I'm
in my bed.
it's slow. You start with that because that's slow, right? And then you go to Hezekiah Walker, and then you don't know what I'm talking about.
But then you
You're
got
not right.
Then you go into what is that? What I think about Jesus? What he done for me? What I think about Jesus? How he set me free? I can dance
all night.
I can't even see their fingers. They're moving so fast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not my ministry, just so you
That's true.
Oh man. The first 20 seconds, and then I'm like a 3-year-old playing patty cake, man. Keep your hands still. What's your favorite?
Treat.
I know, right? She's a 3-year-old, so you gotta keep in mind 3-year-old. What's up? So what are their what would you say are some of their best slow songs? For me, Hezekiah, I always love Second Chance. I really love it. All I need to feel the touch of your hand. I'm like, wow. Yeah. Like
second chance. That's one of them songs to this day. If I play it, it goes on repeat.
Mm-hmm.
It goes on repeat.
You gotta listen to it more than once. You definitely.
The song is anointed.
Yes.
You know.
So that's Hezekiah. So what song does John P. Key have? Although I do worship, I like that one. The one that I said he does that soprano note on.
Yeah, I do worship definitely.
Yeah. What other ones would y'all
Are you
say?
talking about slow ones?
Yeah,
Like I said,
slow
I
song.
like Standing in the Need.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
Yep.
He's got another one.
He got one called Jesus is Real.
That's
That's
not.
fast
So
though.
you want
Yeah.
Jesus is real? No, that's not slow though, man. That's not like about if that's the song you're talking about. Oh, Kim C said you're calling my name. Yes, just did that one recently too.
Okay, yeah, that's one of his
Calling my
more
name.
popular
Oh
ones.
yeah.
Going back to Hezekiah, I like Come Home. That's from is it Live in New York? I can't remember. But that was one of the ones I liked.
Live in New York had Second Chance on it too, if I'm not mistaken. I think.
Okay, so it's not that one. It's the one after that.
And
Let
I
me
could be
see if I
wrong.
can figure out which one it was. I don't know many John P. Key slow songs other than the two that was already mentioned. I'm trying to think of them off the top of my head. I can't think of them off the top of my head. I can think of Hezekiah Walker slow songs off the top of my head though.
Right. Yeah, you're calling my name. That's a good one, Kim C. You're calling my name. Coming to you. Knowing this, I knew this, did you call your own? But you still say, that I. Oh, yeah. Love that song. Definitely. Whew. Come Home
There's
is
this mid-tempo one by Hezekiah. It's an older one. It's called When We Get Over There. And is a guest soloist on there, and her name is Lorraine Stansel. She is an amazing singer, and right now I think she sings for Kurt Carr. Okay. But she sang that song When We Get Over There. It was a really great song. It's not slow, it's like mid-tempo.
Come Home also reminds me of The Wiz or something. Okay, chat. John P. Key, Wash Me. Wash Me.
Wash Me.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one by John, too.
Who goes against, because you just got finished saying Kurt Carr, and I'm like, that's a good one. Who goes against Kurt Carr in a battle? Who goes against him?
Barry Gage? I don't know.
You said who? You said Billie Jean. What you say? 112?
No, Kurt Carr.
I would put Richard against him, even though they.
Richard would crank. Yeah, he would definitely.
Richard would. He would destroy Kurt.
He would dissolve him into nothing. Actually, it's like he wouldn't exist.
I'm with you. This is an unpopular opinion. I'm not really a Kurt Carr fan. I love his singers, and the singers are probably the best singers on the planet. And I love his song. He has like two songs that I really like. I like God Blocked It, and I like For Every Mountain.
Yeah, For Every Mountain. That's the joint right there.
The first project I really like maybe the first and second, but sometimes his music for me gets a little show tuning, and that's okay. Like if you're into that, I think that's awesome. I can't, if it feels like a show tune or like a Broadway show, I kind of like tune out. It's like overwhelming. So, but anyway, that's neither here.
Like the Wiz, like the other person was saying, the Wiz. You Walk by Faith, John P. Key. Show Enough by John Key. Hey, you forgot the P, Ron. You just said John Key. You got to say John P. Key, man. Don't leave out the P, man. Makes a difference.
Right.
I'm just playing. I'm just Life in Favor, John P. Key. New Life, Let's Not Be Weary. I'm not familiar with that one. Okay. But wow. So yeah, so it should be good. I think you said is it 6 or 6:30 tomorrow?
It's at 6. I gotta double check the time because at first I saw 7, but then on the little flyer I saw it said 6. So I'm going with that, and that was on John P. Key's IG page.
Okay. Oh yeah, if it's on his, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta follow both of them. Make sure because I don't think I follow either one. Okay.
Yeah, he also got that. John P. Key got that New Life. I love that New Life by John P. Key. A new life.
Kim C said, "Let us not be weary" is the jam too. Man. Whew. Well, hopefully, will this be the first time that two gospel artists go against each other on these versus things? Is this the first time that we have gospel doing it?
Say what now?
I said, is this the first time that two gospel artists are doing the verses?
I think so.
I think so. Hey,
Mom? Mom?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh no, it's okay. I'm trying.
Yeah, this is the first time.
Okay. 112. What did you just send me, man?
I just sent you their accounts. Both of them.
There. Okay, got you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. I would have. Oh, Bishop Hez. Okay. Follow. Okay. I was gonna say when 112 sent me something, I'm like, what the world is this? My bad. I got you. Okay. Following both of them now. Okay. Thank you, sir. Appreciate
Yep.
it. Good looking out. All right. So yeah, I mean, hopefully some more, some more gospel artists will hop in onto this too. I would definitely love to see some more. I want to see Kurt Franklin go against somebody. I want to see Fred. I think Fred will have a good time if he went against somebody. I would love to see Fred. Because Fred just has that personality. He has that
Fred versus Marvin Sapp.
Oh man, Fred against Commission. No, stop.
Oh no, you're wrong.
Because he wrote the songs for Commission too, so he'll be going against himself.
We'll just be showing off how good he is.
I mean, if you say Marvin Sapp, I think Fred would beat. Like if they went against each other, Fred would beat Marvin Sapp. I mean, Marvin Sapp got a good couple of ones out there, but Fred, I think, as a solo,
he was in a Commission too for a little bit.
Okay. Sabrina says I check my phone messages. I'm not sure what she talked about.
It's a number by John P. Key. He said he did it all for me. He did it all. He did it all for me. Yeah, that's another one they did back in the day.
Jazz, look what Mick Soul said.
Oh, How Wondrous.
Oh yeah.
From John P. Key. I love that song because that's like a hymn, right? Wasn't that a hymn and he turned it into a song? I could be.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was.
Kirk and Fred. Yeah. Fred and Kirk would be good, but Yolanda Adams and Karen Clark Shirt.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Two power singers. Wow. Yolanda Adams and Karen Clark Shirt. Yeah. We talked about.
Would they be battling vocally or battling based on who got the better songs?
Vocally, I think Karen will
win.
I think Karen would win. Karen is more. She's more. Where Yolanda is more jazzy with it.
Yolanda has pipes. I put Yolanda on Whitney Houston's level.
Oh, I mean, I have no problem with that.
Her pipes are pristine. She's not a Kojic singer. That's not her background. All Kojic people sing like the Clarks.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
They all sing like that. Don't care what church you go to. They go, hey. Okay, fine. We did it. Y'all can run. I'm sorry if I offended any Kojic people on the stream, but y'all know it's true.
Oh, we're just saying that's how y'all. And if it's a lie, prove it. show us a Kojic singer that don't sing like that, and then we'll retract.
And one more about John P. I forgot y'all, and that's and there's a lily.
Oh yeah.
When it's bright as the morning star, there's a lily. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my song
right there. But I will have Yolanda over there, like you said, Drea. I mean, between the Kojic folks and that, but that would be a good battle.
It would be a good battle. I think people sleep on Yolanda because Yolanda doesn't do a lot of riffing all the time. But Yolanda is so anointed, though. She's anointed. True. Like, have y'all ever seen her live? Like, she's even not live. Like, just go back through her catalog, Riding Through the Storm. Like,
okay, let me ask y'all this, because
melody.
I seen something on YouTube. Actually, it was Kiara.
Oh, her daughter. You talking about Kiara?
Her daughter.
Oh, yes.
Okay, right.
Now she was doing a tribute to her uncle Donnie, and I don't know if y'all seen that, but she was using her phone to read the verses off of it because she didn't know the song. Do
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
think that's professional?
A
I mean,
lot of
you're a professional singer.
Not at all.
You know,
I
you're a
think
professional singer and you on stage.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think people need to prepare.
Yeah.
You know, they get on them stages, they coming off with a couple of G's every time they get on stage. So
I'm
Right.
assuming Yo-Yo means Yolanda. I'm assuming Donovan.
okay, yeah.
I'm assuming he's saying Yolanda. But Kim said that Karen would eat up Yolanda vocally. I don't know.
I don't know
I
if
mean,
you can eat her up now. They can munch at the same table, but I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's real close. It's real close.
Yeah, because I mean, again, Yolanda is more jazzy when she does her runs and her singing. She's more of a jazzier singer. So, and Karen, of course, is
I
you know,
mean, but the thing is,
does that make
Karen,
you eat her up?
Karen and Yolanda can both hit that high note.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Their ranges are identical. They
Mhm.
both have high, they are dramatic sopranos. They have very high register and they can carry chest voice through the middle real strong. They have, I feel like their voices are of equal quality. They're just very different.
Now,
And
if you
like I
put
said, people sleep on Yolanda because she doesn't do all of the riffs and runs that is really popular these days. But man, her voice though, she can deliver a song.
LaShawn Pace
Oh,
against
Jesus. Now you can come.
Eric
Oh,
Cox,
you going
then
too far.
yeah, because you got two Kojic folks right there. Then but
And
Yolanda.
even that's a hard matchup because LaShawn can go.
Oh yeah.
LaShawn can probably sing higher than Karen, I think.
Oh yeah, she's good.
That thing is a singing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, LaShawn can go.
Yeah. But you know how that is.
Yolanda is probably more popular, I guess, if you're talking about outside of the gospel realm.
Oh, okay.
Yolanda had that one hit that Jam and Lewis did for her.
Oh yeah.
Open My Heart. Oh, she definitely crossed over to R&B radio with that joint.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
forgot Jimmy Gunn did that.
crossed over too, but not. I don't know if Karen ever crossed over as a solo.
I mean, she, not as a soloist, but with her sisters. But
right. So yeah,
I don't think she will be able to, not with that type of voice that she has. With that,
you
well,
know
she
what?
would have to tone it all the way down.
She had one
She's
song.
too churchy.
Like, Karen has one song that she did that I absolutely love the way she sings, and she don't get too crazy, and that's Just For Me. Remember that song, Just For Me?
That's her final Karen.
Now,
That's basically an R&B song.
Ooh,
yeah, it is. That's why I love it, because I love R&B music.
there's another one on I don't know if y'all heard it, but there's this one song on Karen's debut album that she did with Faith Evans, and it's called I forgot what it's called.
I'm about to look it up. I know what you're talking about.
I'm Nothing Without You. That's what it's called.
Okay, I don't remember that. I thought I would, but I don't.
I don't recognize it by the title. No, I don't recognize it by the title. Oh man.
Hey Jazz, you're gonna have to do a tutorial on that one just for me.
Yeah, that was a good song.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah, I do too.
I paint a special gift. Treated just for me. I mean, she was so soft with like
she was.
It was just real. It was like she was singing a love song to somebody. And well, I think it was I found in you a special gift created just for me. And I mean, she was just for me.
Yeah.
You down because you love me just for. I mean, she was like really like it was almost like Yolanda Adams was singing it in a way. If you think about it.
But
he's capable of doing
that. Many R&B rap singers look up to Karen and the Clarks. I agree with what she's saying. Yeah. The style of singing like them has permeated music more than Yolanda's style of singing. The Clarky riffs and runs, or even Kim Burrell. Like a lot of the mainstream artists try to emulate her. A lot of them do that. So
you said Kim Burrell. Is there anybody that can outrun Kim Burrell?
Kim Burrell.
Kim Burrell is insane.
No, I'm talking about runs now.
Kim Burrell can outrun Kim Burrell.
I'm talking specifically runs. I'm like, okay.
I know somebody who can go neck and neck with her. Her name is Nikki Ross. And
Okay.
I think she sings background for Kirk Franklin, or she used to.
Yeah.
The girl is bad, okay?
Yeah.
And I think she might be from the same city as Kim Burrell. I don't know if it's something in the water they be drinking down there, running water. But
yeah, running water. I like that.
Girl will sit. She's like her voice is brighter and more soprano sounding than Kim Burrell's, but Kim Burrell is a soprano, believe it or not.
Mhm.
But the girl is bad. She sit down and sing and play just like Kim Burrell.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen Nikki Ross video. No, I've seen her before. I've seen her on YouTube before.
Yeah, because she's not new to the game. She sang for one of them mass choirs. She sang this song called "There Is No Way." I think she did the lead on that.
Okay.
The girl is bad.
Oh, good point. Sabrina was like, can't nobody mess with Kim or Kiki. What Kiki Wyatt is.
Now you can't argue with that.
Yeah,
Kiki Wyatt is it. And Kiki Wyatt don't sound like nobody but herself.
Yes.
And that's the amazing part about her. She sounds like herself. She's not mimicking nobody. She sounds like her. And her voice is phenomenal.
Oh no. What about who you know about
you don't know about Kiki Wyatt?
No. Kiki Wyatt's good, but you said Kim Burrell. What about Kim Burrell and what's the woman's name?
I said this before about Kim Burrell. I think I've said it on here before that the secret to Kim Burrell being able to do the runs is that someone told me one time that it's a little piano man that lives in her throat with a piano that's always in her throat. And
Rochelle Farrell.
Rochelle Farrell is a jazz singer. Yeah, Rochelle Farrell. Oh man. I mean, she's more of a jazz singer. Sabrina says she's looking at Nikki now. Can't wait to hear. Oh yeah, you're gonna be very
impressed. You will
be
not
very
be
impressed with Nikki Ross. Yeah, you're gonna be very impressed. Definitely. Kim Burrell done a Hezekiah Walker song. Ron said she did. I wouldn't. I guess I wouldn't be surprised about that. Now Zero Gaps is saying, how about CC? CC is a good singer. But I mean, if we're talking about runs and all that stuff, I mean, that's not CC.
Yeah, that's not CC at all.
But again, I think CC is somebody that people sleep on. Like I put her in the same category as Whitney Houston. Like the girl can blow, and she's anointed. CC Winans is the business. Her music catalog has not called for her to be. Her music catalog is more contemporary Christian, more than it is gospel. It's not traditional gospel, so she doesn't go there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She doesn't. That's not the way she sings, but she can belt, and she can belt just like the rest of them. And she has a high range just like the rest of them. Her music just doesn't call for her to do all of that.
Exactly.
She's okay. She's
okay. No, blonde. The blonde has gotten to your brain.
Okay.
Just okay. What are you talking
about?
You need to wash that blonde out because it's messing with your thinking, yo.
She does okay.
I mean, she's a Winans. They can all sing. The whole family sings.
Come on.
So I'm pretty sure there's a consensus that Marvin is the best out of them.
Probably.
And he's probably the best out of a lot of gospel singers, period.
Yeah, it's definitely his family. He's the best, probably.
Yeah, I mean, Marvin is an amazing singer. Like I call what they do is understated. It's an understated style, but it's very. I just like the way they deliver their songs. I just think that's gonna wash that. Oh, somebody. Wow.
Mitchell talking about wash that blonde out your hair right now. But D, but why do you say that? Like, well, why do you put CC like that? Like, she's all right. I mean,
she's okay. She's got a nice voice. I mean, she can sing, but she's okay.
Now, is it because
the Janet of the Winans?
Let me ask you this: is it because she don't do the runs like the other ones that we mentioned? Is that the reason why, or is it something else?
No, I mean she's okay. I never.
Okay.
Her singing never impressed me any. But I mean, she can sing. But I mean, when she came to Hopkinsville, and I think her ticket was like $40, $50. Well, I ain't gonna pay no $50 to see her. I mean,
but if you would have paid, I think you would have got your money's worth because live, she's amazing.
No, not from what I heard, she wasn't.
I think Dre, I think you just introduced Sabrina to one of her new favorite singers now.
Y'all be sure to add Nikki to the list.
First time, I think she must have just listened to it for the first time.
That is so funny.
Her non-existing granddaughter's edge. She says she just snatched because she doesn't have a granddaughter. But
when I saw CC live, her vocals were powerful and clear, and she ministered. Like people were in tears and everything. Like it got so bad that at one point in a concert, they had to tell the audience, please make sure y'all are worshiping God and not the artist on the stage. Like it was, people were like taken over by the presentation. It was that I was surprised that she was, I knew that I liked CeCe Winans, but I didn't realize I was going to have that kind of experience in a show with her. Now, mind you, this was 15 years ago, so I don't know if you would get that now, but after I saw that, I was like, oh, she's definitely bona fide. I can't really, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, she's not like one of those, like we said it 5 times already. She's not one of those ones that's going to give you the runs and everything, but her voice will take you there. It's like, it's anointing, like you said, it's anointing on her voice. That's all I can say. You sit down, you listen to her, and before you know it, you're in worship.
She doesn't do any down home music. That's one thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're into down home gospel, you're not going to really get that with her. She keeps it very Nashville, in quotes, so to speak. So, you know what I mean? If that's not your thing, then she might not be your cup of tea.
But here's the thing about it. Dee lives right outside of Nashville in Tennessee. She lives like right outside of Tennessee, Nashville.
Well, Dee, you know what I mean when I say that. Then she's not.
I mean, like I said, I don't. You know, she got a nice voice, but she just not. I mean, I will not pay $50 to go see CeCe.
Okay. Would you pay $5?
Honestly, though, I wouldn't pay $50 to see Karen either. I mean, I like go to a convention. I mean,
right? I wouldn't pay $50 to see Karen either. No.
Between Karen, between Karen and Yolanda, the voice that actually makes me feel something deep down in my soul is going to be Yolanda every time. With me, Karen is just a lot of what you call it, acrobat. It's like that. That's what Karen is. A lot of times, with the exception of just for me, most of the time when I'm listening to Karen, I'm like, okay, this girl can sing, but I'm not necessarily feeling. I'm not. It's just I'm like, okay, wow, you're doing your thing, okay. But when Yolanda sings, it's like it hits the soul for me. So I can understand you saying you don't want to pay $50 to see Karen. I'm like, yeah, I'll catch.
I don't mean that in a derogatory way. Like, I mean, I mean supporting the gospel artists and all of that good stuff. But I wouldn't pay no more to see Karen than I would pay to see.
Like Karen, I'll catch you on YouTube when somebody uploads the video from their cell phone. I'll catch you there.
See?
Yeah, but I just wouldn't. I mean, CeCe is okay, but no.
Okay.
Yeah, she's different. She definitely don't fit in a category with all those others.
No, she don't. And she is. Yeah. She's very unique, but I just no.
Do you think? Let me ask you this, because I'm kind of biased because I was a big BB and CeCe Winans fan. Do you prefer CeCe as a solo person, or do you prefer her with Benjamin, aka BB Winans?
I prefer her with BB.
Yeah, so you too, okay? Because I mean, as great as CeCe is, it's something about those two. I don't know. It's like when they was doing their music together, it touched me more than her solo stuff.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
And I liked their duo stuff, but I loved her solo stuff. Alone in His Presence was a great CD. That's one where you can worship and not worry about somebody screaming at you.
Are you not doing a Ty Tribbett?
She won't pull a Ty Tribbett on you.
Now I like
then
Alabaster Box.
Alabaster Box. But then there's
Yeah.
a CD right before that one. I don't know the name. I don't know if the CD title is Everlasting Love, but that CD has a song Everlasting Love on it. That song is by this songwriter named Tommy Sims. If I'm not mistaken, he's in Nashville as well. That song is the best CeCe Winans. That song is better than any of the songs she or her brother have done. It's called Everlasting Love. Okay. And I forgot the name of the actual project, but if you just look up that song by CeCe Winans, it's the dopest thing that she's ever recorded, and it's an anointed song.
Okay, I believe it.
Now that's one of her CDs where I can listen to almost all of the songs. There's like 2 at the end where I'm like, okay, that's trash. I don't like that. Right. But the rest of it, the CD is great, and it's vintage. It's like late 90s, but it's a really good CD.
Now, who was that artist that Sabrina looked up? Nikki who?
Ross. ROSS.
Yeah.
Nikki Ross. Yeah. She's on the same level when it comes to runs as the Kim Burrells and all that, and she can play the piano.
Yeah, too. She plays just as good. Yeah, she's like play like Twinkie Clark and sing like Kim Burrell. So
it's crazy that she's not more popular, than she is. Somebody. We never did mention her name. I mean, here goes a singer too, Leandria.
Leandria is up there. Mm-hmm. And Leandria don't do a whole lot of running per se, but Leandria, to me, she's up there.
Yeah, she's all right.
I love Leandria.
Did you see what Ron said? He said definitely Leandria when she's not clocking out. Hey, Ron, you wrong for that one. I mean, you're right, but you're wrong.
The people with the most problems be the most creative to me.
Exactly.
To me, that's just me, because
it is.
Sometimes they sing it from whatever they going through, and that stuff comes out of her.
I mean, look how great I know this is not gospel music, but look how good R. Kelly music is. He might be a rotten soul, but the music is good. You know what I'm saying? So it's something about people that has.
He's a gifted person,
right? Yeah, people who have certain type of issues seem to just, man. I don't know.
Yeah, so, I'm not equating Leandria to R. Kelly, but
no. Yeah, I'm just saying T. Kelly. That's why T. Kelly's great. Maybe that was a mistype. T is next to R on the keyboard. Okay, I think that was just a mistype. Okay, but speaking of Kelly Price is a good singer too. I like Kelly.
Yeah, she got a powerful voice.
Very powerful. And she don't do a lot of screaming and yelling either. So yeah. I don't know if I'm all that impressed with singers that do too much screaming and yelling. I like runs. I do like runs. But if you do too much of that, is like Fantasia. The only thing that gets on my nerves about her voice is sometimes she gets real nasally. That's the only thing. It's like I was a fan of her when she was on American Idol. It was back when I used to actually call and vote. I used to vote for her to win and everything. It's just, Fantasia is just the nasally. Sometimes it just gets too nasal.
I'm not a fan of her music, but I'm a fan of her voice.
Yeah, voice.
I'm not a fan of. She's okay if she will just stop screaming and just sing. If she would just sing and quit screaming, she'll be okay.
I'm biased. I like the screaming. I just don't like her music. They don't write music for it. Nobody cares that Aretha Franklin screamed because they wrote music for screamers back then.
Right.
They don't write music for screamers anymore. That kind of music is not created. But to me, Fantasia's voice, and the thing is, she doesn't have to scream, and she can still render great vocals without that. But she screams because she's she comes from Pentecostal church. You can't come from her tradition and not have some sort of screaming in it.
I think she takes it a little bit too far sometimes. She takes it way overboard.
So
I get with it. I do. I like the, but then I'm biased because I like a good squalor. But
I mean, I
they
like
know how to
Patty.
do it.
I mean, I love Patty LaBelle, but sometimes she can be. She's like a Ty Tribbett.
No, see, Patty is too much. Patty is too
You
much.
know, you can. Her song starts out, oh yes, and then she go bye bye. You'd be like, oh man.
Well, by the time Patty LaBelle has finished the song, she done pulled her nails off, took her shoes off, took her wig off, and started rolling across the stage. That's Patty. She gonna give you everything.
Yeah.
So Ron said he likes to scream into. Now the thing with Patty LaBelle, she got, and I've said this before in this string, she got one song that I think she did perfectly, and that's "If Only You Knew." I can listen to that recording of her over and over again. I'm with you, D. Where
I like On My Own too.
On My Own.
I do. That's just me.
Maybe we should do that duet too, Dre. I need to get that.
I'm not copying her style of singing, but I can cover it with you. Ain't gonna sound like that.
Yeah, this week I'm gonna be working on the duets because I got a couple of them that I'm working with a couple of people. So I'm gonna focus this week on getting those tracks recorded so we can start working on it. So I'm gonna get out some.
I got my headphones, so I'm ready.
Okay. All right, so it's gonna be this week. I got Kim C, and now we talked about a song that we're gonna do. She's in the chat rooms. You and I, and then I got one more person. I'm trying to see if I can get this one other person I was talking to yesterday. So yeah, so I'm gonna make this. I know I've been saying this for a while, Dre. It's gonna be this week.
Oh
I'm gonna get that track up.
Okay, I'm not in no rush.
That means I got 3 songs I gotta learn all at the same time because obviously I have to sing on all 3 of these tracks, but it's okay.
He said Jennifer Hudson. Now that's a screamer. What y'all think of her?
I like Jennifer. She don't
scream as much.
No, I can take hers. I can take Jennifer.
Yeah, but that's because
Fantasia.
That's because she don't scream as much.
Yeah, I like.
But I hear the criticism about the screaming. I hear it more about Jennifer than I do Fantasia. Like most
no way.
No way.
I don't believe that one, Dre. Come on now.
Most people that I know do not like her as a singer. Period. They don't like Jennifer Hudson. They say she screams too much.
Kim just said she don't like. Hey, Kim, we can't be friends no more. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, I like her, but there's a lot of people that don't like. They say she just do too much belting. It's like she giving you too much dream girl. She giving you too much Effie all the time.
No, now when she was in that movie, she gave up. You know, she was doing too much screaming. But I would take Jennifer anytime on Fantasia because Fantasia just not gonna leave without that dang on screaming. Cause Fantasia, he be like, get on off the stage.
Wait a minute, okay, but wait a minute. Her cousin be screaming. Everybody love him. What's her cousin from?
Casey? You talking about Casey?
Yeah, he be screaming. Don't nobody complain about him screaming.
But
Casey, we all knew Casey was wild.
Yeah, but back in the day, I'm talking about back in the day.
It's their cousin. They all scream. They whole
right.
scream.
I get it, but KC was good.
Little Cedric and the Haley Singers.
Right. See, KC was good back then. You know what I mean? We know that his voice is messed up now, but when KC did it, it was tight. It was tight.
Scream. It's the same scream. It's the same family.
No, Fantasia.
Yeah, but she's not KC.
Yeah, KC doesn't. It wasn't real nasal when KC did it. He did it. Fantasia.
Like when Fantasia talks, you can hear it in her voice.
Guess what? Yes. Vocally, her scream is much more healthier than his because
that's why he can't sing anymore. I get it.
Well, now, yeah.
Her scream, she'll scream like that for the rest of her life because it's not down up in here. Her scream is forward. Fantasia will sing Jennifer under a bus. I agree with him on that.
I don't know.
Scream her up under the bus.
You on your own with that one.
You said she'll scream her under a bus?
She'll scream her under the bus. Yeah, I go on the bus too. She's screaming like that.
Casey screamed his way through the 90s. Okay.
Oh, yeah, he did, but
everybody loved it.
His music was better than Fantasia's. Fantasia only got 1 or 2 songs. I literally like 2 of her songs. Go ahead and free yourself. That was movie, right?
That's the one I was going to say, Greg. Go ahead and free yourself.
She screams too much on that. I will that song, she did not need to do all that screaming.
Which song you talking about?
Free Yourself. At the end, like she went crazy
Okay.
with the screaming. It was too much.
But I like that song though.
But I like the song, When I See You, and I See You. That's a pretty song. So I'm not really into any of her other songs. She doesn't have a great catalog of songs. It's hard to write for a voice like that because at the end of the day, Fantasia is a Pentecostal church singer. You know what I'm saying? They don't write music for singers like her.
Ever? Wow.
Wow, that's
Patty.
a good question.
Patty's extra.
You said who?
Patty LaBelle is one of the
Ever? Now she's at the top.
Okay,
She's
I'm
at
the conversation. Let's raise the bar. I submit Patty. Who's more extra than Patty?
Well, Patty, it goes beyond just vocals. Like I said, she'll take her nails off, her hair off, her shoes off, and roll across the stage too. At least back in her younger days, I think I saw her do that one time. But
one time she took her shoe off to sing. And then at the end of the song, she was trying to get the shoe on. This is on live TV, mind you. So
okay.
She's like trying to get the shoe on while she's singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. She's screaming her brains out. And then she got all dramatic and kicked the shoe off. So she's trying to put the shoe back on. The woman couldn't get the shoe on. Did she stop singing the song? The music is still going. She's like, I can't get my shoe on. I can't get my shoe on. My shoe. I can't
get my over the rainbow. My shoe. It's somewhere over the rainbow.
It was the most extra thing I've ever seen. I never seen nobody do nothing that.
See, I'm trying to think who Patty would be.
The most extra singer. I'm trying to think who's the most.
I'm done with Ron because he said Mahalia Jackson. I'm done.
Not extra. She is the complete opposite of being the most extra.
I'm done with Ron.
Joking, Ron? Are you joking?
I think he's just joking. Ron, you need to come on the panel and explain yourself, bro. You got a link. I know you got the link, man. I don't know why you
done.
Oh, Kim said Jennifer Holiday. What y'all think about that?
But I mean, she scares me when she sings the song from the Dreamgirls. It's like Jennifer Hudson. I never got scared, but when you look at Jennifer Holiday and when she's singing that song, she almost scares me. No, I mean, she's scared. So she might be extra. Oh, he did say he was just joking. She might be up there with the extra because it's scary.
Yeah.
It looks almost half demonic. If you look at her face when she's singing that song, I'm like,
she's scary. You right.
I'm like, please let me go. No. Please. I'm like, baby, please let me go. You look like you're gonna have me
going nowhere.
Literally. Yeah, I remember. I was just like, yo, it's like Jennifer didn't give me. I'm sorry, Hudson did not give me that vibe when she sung that song. And I think Hudson did an excellent job on that song.
She's Effie all day.
Yeah.
It's Patty and Jennifer and dang, it's got to be some else.
Wow. Can we put men? Can we submit men?
Yeah. Vocally.
Extra men, Rance Allen. Extra.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Very.
I'll give you that. I'll give you Ranch. I love listening to him. It's just hilarious. Someone put up some it was some little cartoon thing videos a few years ago, and it was like Ranch Allen and some other people ordering tea or ordering coffee from Starbucks. And he was like, "Can I get some tea?" Oh. You know what? Y'all keep talking. I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna show it.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm just a funny. Oh, hold up. It's Donnie McClurkin, I think Fred Hammond. It's all these little cartoon characters asking for something from. I'm gonna find it. Y'all keep talking. Let me find that. It is hilarious.
My goodness. Was it a parody or was
it? Yeah. It was it was like little cartoon caricatures of them. I guess I'm saying the word right. I'll show it. No, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Hold up. Let me see.
Who else is extra?
Oh my.
How you spell Rant? Oh, Rant
I say Stevie.
Who?
I look through the comments. everybody.
Stevie Wonder's. Well, Stevie can be extra.
I
Yeah.
love Stevie's song, but Nate, can you name one song where Stevie doesn't do runs?
Yeah, he be like,
Yeah, that too.
yeah.
He can get nasally.
There are like 2 songs where he don't do runs. 2, okay?
Oh, that's a lot for Stevie.
Right.
Okay. There's this song, I forgot the name of it. I can't remember the title of the song, but well, he does a run in that song, but it's not improvised. The run is part of the actual song, so I can't include that one. Okay, let me think of another. What about You and I? Did he do a run in that?
No, he didn't. Here we are on earth together.
Yeah. No runs in that. There's a song from Inner Visions. Oh, it's the song Inner Visions. Inner Visions, that song doesn't have a lot of runs in it. It's just a nicely rendered song.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Somebody said Shaka Khan.
I love Shaka Khan, but
I've never seen her do anything extra.
talking about being extra.
She just pretty much just sang. I haven't seen her go overboard.
Yeah, I don't think she's extra. I love Shaka Khan's voice, but she's another one where I'm not that in love with her catalog of music. I love several of her songs, but I don't own any projects by her where I listen to the entire project. You know what I'm saying? So
she got me though. I think she sung at Aretha Franklin's funeral, and she didn't know the words, but she had it in the flip fan.
I hated that. I was so embarrassed for her.
I know it. I was like, what? What was y'all doing? Y'all supposed to be
right. And it wasn't no hard song. Was it like Going Up Yonder? It was a song she should have known.
Right, yeah. It should have been a song she should have known. And she had it in a fan, and I was like, oh wow,
Okay, y'all. I here it is. Is it this one? Okay, here. I check this out. Ryan, the first. I think it's TD Jakes is the first in line. The preacher that always the water is shimmering. What's his name? Joel Osteen is the second in line, and the third person is Rance Allen in line, and they're at Starbucks. All right, check this out.
Good morning, sir. Welcome to Starbucks. My name is Marjorie. How may I help you today?
Well, you see coffee, but I see a cup of liquid that started off as a bean, a coffee bean. But in order to get what we call coffee, that bean had to go through a process, an uncomfortable process at times. It had to be crushed and grinded, punished and disfigured. Now imagine you're that bean. Everything you're going through that you feel like is pushing you to your limit, putting you through the blender. It's to refine you into a better product than what you started at. You're going through the fire to come out better. You're going to become a product that everybody marvels at. Baby, people are going to stand in line to get what you got. Don't you fret the process. The finer the granule, the better the coffee. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Excuse me, I get carried away sometimes.
May I take your order?
No, Instinct in stores now. TD Jakes.
Hello, what can I get for you today? Hi there, friend. God bless you today. I like to start with something funny. Knock, knock. Who's there? Daisy. Daisy who? They see me balling and they hating. Well, we just want you to know today that Jesus loves you and he wants the best for you. In fact, is there anything that I can get for you? Come on, hold your Bibles up and say it like you mean it. This is my Bible. I am what it says I am. I have what it says I have. And I can do what it says I can do. And I'll never be the same. In Jesus' name, amen. Hey, we never like to close without giving you an opportunity to make Jesus Lord of your life. Just say, Lord Jesus, I repent of my sins. Come into my heart. I make you my Lord and Savior. Friend, if you prayed that simple prayer, we believe you got born again.
Okay, sir, do you want any coffee?
I want you to get into a good Bible-based church. Keep God in first place. He'll take you places you never dreamed of.
Hi, sir. May I please just take your order? I'm actually saved. I go to church every Sunday. I don't know what it is. Just everybody just keeps preaching to me today.
Yes, I heard it all. Don't worry, I won't be preaching to you today. I'm just here to make my order.
Whew. Okay, thank you. What can I get for you,
It's
sir?
something about the name Jesus. Hey, he, oh, I, la, 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 yeah, oh, I, can I get a sweet tea? Oh, I, sugar on the side. Hum.
Oh my goodness, man! The first time I saw that, man, I don't know. Have any of y'all ever seen that before? They have a whole series of videos. It's not just that one. They have a whole series of different parodies that they did. But when Ranch Allen was like, oh, oh, sugar on the side.
That was hilarious.
Oh my god, they got like a whole la 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 la, sugar on the side, yeah. Hold on, they got. Let me see. They got one. Let me see this one right here too. They got one too.
Liberty honors veterans.
Oh, it's commercial. Hold on.
First and foremost.
Let me put the screen up while that's on. There we go. All right, here we go. This is Fred Hammond and Donnie McClurkin.
Okay.
Singing lessons with Fred.
And the people of God, they say, oh, I'm tired.
Uncle Rance, what's happening, my man?
Listen, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to keep this thing in English.
What can I do for you?
Well, Uncle, you know, me and Donnie, we're about to go out on the road and do this Festival of Praise tour.
Yes, I've heard. Congratulations.
Thank you. Boom! Well, we wanted some vocal coaching from the best before we hit the road. All right.
It's me. Yeah, mine's on Donnie.
Ah, my God. We fall down, but we get up. My. Yes, Pastor, my mic is on. My God.
All right. Perfect. So welcome to Voice 101 with Rants. Let's begin. Gentlemen, just repeat after me.
Something about the name Jesus. Shut up in my bones, and I love that name, the sweetest name, sweetest name I know. Something about the name. Oh my God.
All right, gentlemen. That was interesting. That was good. It was good. But how about we do it one by one? Okay, Fred. It's
something about the name. G. Oh,
can you do that?
Put your hands together right now, like you mean it right now, right now.
All right, Pastor McClurkin, what you got?
Well, Pastor, I'd say there's something about the name Jesus.
Well, you gotta make sure that you're moving your arms. Right?
We just talked about that bounce.
The name Jesus. Something about the name Jesus.
All right. I think I know what the problem is. Listen, so how about just do it your way? Come on, Fred.
Boom, boom. Oh, we about to wake up this church with this old school jam. Boom. This is the day. It's the Festival of Praise.
Excellent. Pastor McClurkin.
If we were in Suriname, speaking Surinamese, we say, get up there,
Yes, guys. Excellent. So if you keep that up one day, I believe you'll be able to do it.
I belong to you. Yes, I do. I'm yours. I don't know. Home. St. Jesus, Jesus is the sweetest, sweetest, sweet name I know.
But yeah, they got a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't think they do the videos anymore, but they got a lot of stuff like that. Kim was saying something about there's one with Kirk Franklin too. I got it. I don't know if I can find that one, but yeah, when you said Ranch Island, I just immediately just thought about
Yeah.
this little clip. Let me put this back on the screen. That's right. Hold up. There we go. Okay. That's hilarious. But yeah, I think he could definitely go down as one of the what was the question about who was the most extra singer? Definitely Rance. Okay, so does Rance get it for the overall, or does he get it just for male singers? Or does he get the overall?
I'm trying to think. I don't want to leave anybody out now. I need some time to think. But I think the ones that were brought up are definitely contenders, like Jennifer Holliday with the face contortions. And
yeah, she scares the boo boo out of me, man. For real. I remember because it's like I never knew that song and I am telling you. I never knew that was from. I never heard of Dreamgirls before until the movie. I'm not even going, but I heard that song. I remember the song when I was a kid. I remember this. I remember it coming on the radio. I just thought it was just a song that whoever. I didn't even know Jennifer Holliday's name. I just thought it was just a song. So okay, so Dreamgirls come out and I find out it's part of this and love the movie, whatever. So of course I start doing some research and I was like, well, let me see if I can find some of the old clip. And all of a sudden, Jennifer Holliday, I'm sitting there like. Well, you heard that door that just squeaked closed just now? Yeah. That's what I wanted to do to her. Like, you girl, get away from me. Open the door. She is scary, but what about Wanye? Well, would you say Wanye is one of the most extra? Because when he sings, he's.
I don't think Wanye is extra.
Definitely.
I'm talking about. What about the head though? What about the head? Because he's always.
I mean, he doesn't really.
The head is crazy, but I think
he doesn't.
The head is crazy, but I think they only had one song where he was extra.
Yeah.
What
you say? 112. You said what?
I said, of course, yes. Him bobbing his head when he sings is crazy, but I think Wanye only has one song where he went, all extra.
Well, you have to let me know what that song is.
Doing
it's
just
hard
fine.
to think about it yesterday. Yeah, no, doing just fine. He went extra on that. What are you talking about? I said you gotta tell me the song that he.
You talking about runs for runs?
Where he doesn't. You said there was only one song that he didn't go extra, and I was saying you have to tell me what song. And only one I could think of that he didn't go too extra on was "It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday." He was very calm on that song. How do I? And even when he did, and I'll take with me he just did one run at the end to be my sunshine after the rain. Oh. He does his run. I don't do runs like that. But that's it. Other than that, yeah, his head is going like this. I don't know how he does it, and his voice doesn't waver when he does it. But anyway, yeah, he's a little extra. Dreamgirls was actual broad. Well, yeah, I found out. That's what I'm saying. I didn't know anything about broad Dreamgirls until after the movie came out. Once the movie came out, then I found more about it. Hey, Kim C, you say Wanye has calmed down now? Okay, well, he's not throwing chairs anymore. I don't know if y'all have seen the
Was he throwing chairs?
Okay. On the 2 tour, there was 2 times that the 2 tour back in the 90s when they had the second album out. It was 2 times that it was televised. MTV did something called bootleg or something, and they showed the whole tour. And then I think the Disney Channel had their own. They recorded another night of the tour. Every time they do On Bended Knee, right?
Mm-hmm.
They sit on stools. They sit on stools. So they're doing the song, darling, I can. Okay, now it gets to Wanye. And Ranch. Somebody's calling themselves Ranch. It must be. Is it Ron? Let me see if it's okay. We got Ranch Allen in the house. What's up, Ranch? No. You gotta do it right. Come on now. I just saw you do that vocal lesson. But now back to my Wanye story. And it's on both of these. These are legitimate things. This not like somebody recording with a cell phone. This is in the 94, 95. This televised. So this is when Wanye is when they're taking the key up to F major. Can somebody tell me how to get things back the way they used to be? Oh God, give me. I'm down on bended knee. And then he takes and he throws the stool. And on one of those concerts, the stool broke. You could see it. If you look at it, you can see that the stool bounced and the seat part fall off. So yes, Wanye used to throw chairs, but he threw it
mentioned back if you throwing stuff.
But he was, I mean, that's a very emotional part of the song. That's very, it's very emotional. He was like, "Oh, what is it? I think it is And then he gets down on his knees and he's crying. Basically, he's crying the rest of the time. And I mean, he's on his knees now, so he has calmed down. He doesn't do that anymore. But the head nod is still there.
I love that.
Oh, it's entertaining. I didn't say it wasn't entertaining. So Ranch Allen, man, it's a pleasure and an honor to have you on with us, Ranch Allen, man. So I mean, how did you manage? Yeah, let me get a couple of runs. Let me hear you sing that coffee drink that you wanted, that tea drink that you was. I want to hear you reenact that.
Repeat after me. Something about that name, G.
Sugar on the side. Yeah. I want to hear that one.
Hey, but not only I love it what he does, but not only that, the boy could dance too, man. Rance Allen can dance.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, for a big man, he got moves.
Really?
Oh man, Rance Allen got some moves.
Or like a real dance?
Just like on stage, a quartet music type of stuff. Dancing.
Oh, okay.
He got moves.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. So what's good with you, Ron, man? I for a second I thought you wasn't going to come on.
Yeah, I popped on for a second. Baby had shots, running the fever, and then also I had a little extra work that I've been doing on the side too. So that's why I didn't get to the beat thing.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Making a beat on Saturdays is like it should be your top priority.
That's the first time ever.
I don't understand how you're going to let family life and your son getting shots and everything. I don't understand how you let that overshadow the fact that you're supposed to create a beat for us, man. Shame of you, man. I'm ashamed to call you friend, man.
Man, I make up.
Yeah, you owe us 5 beats.
I thought after last weekend, I thought I was good. I was good for this week.
I heard that Ranch before he did. Is that true? Is that Ranch? Hey Kim, that's true. Ranch Allen did R&B first. Is that true?
I could believe it.
Oh, I could believe it, but is it true? Oh yeah, Chad. Yeah, Chad. We talked about Rochelle Farrell maybe 10-15 minutes ago. Yeah, I like Rochelle. I like what she does. You know what? She has a whistle register. I looked at this video. I looked at a video. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago called "The History of the Whistle Register," and I didn't realize how many people actually did that. It was like, I mean, even they started with opera singers that did it, but then they went up to some of the other people, the ones that Mariah Carey, of course, and who else?
I love Rochelle.
They did Sean. Yeah, they showed Rochelle Farrell. They showed her whistle in the whistle. They did Shawnice. Remember Shawnice Wilson? She used to go up there too.
She can still go up there.
Yeah, she still can go up there.
She can still sing.
Yeah, I'm like, there's a lot of young women out there, And then I saw Andrea on just playing.
Yeah, that ain't doing like that.
She's like whistle register. I don't think so.
I can't even whistle for real, hardly. Yeah.
Hey, how did that guy whistle the whole Andy Griffin song, man? That's
That
amazing to me.
that song and
That's
the other one is the Harlem Globetrotters song, man. I wish I could do that. I can't do it. Purple
That's
looking
amazing.
H word purple, bruh. That's you must be talking about Brandy. She's the one with the purple hair. Is that what you're talking about? I think somebody talking about you, Brandy. I'm not sure. It says purple looking the H word purple, bruv. But anyway. Yeah, but that was my. I was thinking about. I said I should do a tutorial on the Harlem Globetrotters song, and I said, but you know what? I can't whistle. Like if I was going, if I did a tutorial on it, I want to be able to whistle as I'm playing the chords. So anyway, it's all good though. So
Hey, that'd be something.
What you say?
That'd be something. That'd be something if you done a piano tutorial where you playing and you also whistling also.
I know, right?
Yeah, because he can't get the words right. He might as well whistle.
You know what, D? You and that blonde hair, you know what y'all can do? I would like since I have y'all here, I would like to hear y'all history on getting into music since we obviously have finished talking about the singers and everything. D, what's your history? Like, how did you get into music? You know, people come in here, they see you every week on here clowning me about falling asleep on live streams, calling me a big head, and talking about me and making fun of me all the time. How did you get into music? What's your story? What's your 2-3 minute story?
I've always been in music ever since I was little, because like I said, my family is nothing but music background. Like I said, you're gonna either be a singer or you're gonna play some kind of instrument. And
it was like Joe
said,
Jackson. It was like Joe Jackson.
No, it ain't like Joe Jackson. But we just got a rich background in music, and you either gonna, like I said, you either gonna sing or you're gonna play some kind of instruments, or you're gonna do both. Like I said, I don't know where I was at when they was hanging out the singing, but I was definitely around for the.
Okay, I need you to stop that because we done heard you sung on this live stream too many times, including this past week. You can sing. You might as well. I know somebody said you remind me of their grandmama singing at church. I know somebody said that the other night, but grandma in church know how to sing too, so it's all good.
But anyway, I wanted to be in band when I was coming up, but at that time, my mom was like, you ain't gonna stay in it. You ain't gonna stay in it. So she never put me in it because she knew I was just wasn't going to. When she was right. Yeah, I was wild.
We can tell because you know the blonde hair just kind of revealed it, but go ahead.
Anyway, and so when I got older and I started playing the piano, I just picked it up quick. And that's when I went to Eric. And when he showed me, like within a month's time, I just had it. And it just went from there.
Now, how old were you when you for those of you that was on the live a few weeks ago, we had her teacher, Eric Poole, on. That's who she's referring to. How old were you when you went to Mr. Poole?
I think I was just 19, 20.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I was really young, and he showed me that, like, one time, you know, I went to him like once a week. And every time I'll go back when he was like, dang, you catching on, you caught on. And it just like, and from there, it just went. Just boom, boom. And within, I think like a month time, I was just playing for full chords. I just couldn't get enough.
4 chords or full?
Full.
Oh, okay.
Full.
She was like, I played my C major, my F major, my G major, and right back to C. I'm sorry.
No. But when he was teaching me, my biggest problem was I couldn't keep beat. I had the hardest time trying to do it. So I was like, I can't do it. He said, yeah, you can. He said, kick something or do something like that, you know, just to keep.
Oh, so that's why on the live streams, when you be not paying attention to us, you be like this.
Exactly.
got you. Now it makes sense. Now we know why you do it. Okay.
So I get that from him because that was the only way I could actually keep steady and go from there.
Okay.
And so and that's where I get that from. And ever since then, that's how I have to play.
Would you say that's like that's the best advice you ever got? Or if not, what would you say is the best thing someone ever taught you in your journey to learn how to play your instrument? What was like the number one thing that just made everything click? And it was just like, whoa, I get it. D, I'm talking to.
Wow, I can't.
I put you on the spot right here.
Yeah, you put me on the spot right there.
Everybody else get ready because I'm about to put you on the spot too. So at least y'all have a fair warning. The one thing I'll tell you, the one thing for me is when I was trying to learn, and I remember in middle school, they taught us we went to a music class. It wasn't that often. It don't seem like we went that often, but I remember learning "Every Good Boy Does Fine" in FACE. But I didn't know what it meant. I just, if you teach me and tell me I need to know something, I'm going to learn it and I'm going to remember it. I never knew what it meant though, but I knew what "Every Good Boy Does Fine" and "Face." I knew that something about treble clef lines is that, spaces was that. Okay, that's it. Okay, I still never really had touched the piano at this point. So by the time I get to 10th grade, that's when I get into the music department at my high school, and so, and that's when I got interested in trying to teach myself how to play the piano. And I wanted to understand reading music and everything. And there was the guy, this guy he took piano lessons when he was a kid, but he's not a musician. Like he don't play or anything, but I remember saying, I'm trying to figure out how to read the music and I think I had "Cry for You" by Jodeci. If I'm not mistaken, I think I had sheet music for "Cry for You," but I didn't know how to do it. I just saw it in the store one day and said, "Oh my goodness, I'm gonna get this," and someone hopefully will teach me how to read it. And he said, "Oh well, I can tell you how he said I can't play, but I can tell you how to translate that." And then he started talking about "Every Good Boy." He said, "Have you ever heard of 'Every Good Boy Does?'" And I was like, "Yeah, I've heard of that before. Yeah, that's what the lines is. 'Every good boy does fine.'" And he said, "So you know that already?" I said, "Yeah." And I promise you, in 30 seconds, he said, "Okay, you see this note right here? Let's just say it was on the F line or something, right?" He said, "Every good boy does fine." He said, "Right, that means this is F. So since you see F right here, that means you play F on the piano. And you see how this note is underneath it? Every good boy does D, right? So that means you play the F and you play the D at the same time. That means you play it as a chord." I promise y'all, it took him 30 seconds. I went, literally, oh, because remember, I learned it too, like in 8th grade, 7th or 8th grade, but didn't know anything about it. But it wasn't until this dude took 30 seconds and taught me that. And from there, that's when I started teaching myself how to read music and be able to, I mean, when I tell you that was the eye-opening moment, that was my aha moment right there, is when I finally found out why I needed to know "Every Good Boy Does Fine" in FACE. That was for me. Now, did that give you enough time to think about your experience, D?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess mine would be I guess when depending on, people are not dependable when when you go to classes, or people ask, when you go to teachers and stuff, they not dependable. That's why they give you that formula, that 1451. Because sometimes you get to at that point, I was so hungry that I was going to a lot of teachers, and because I want to know, hey, how you do this, how you do that, and oh yeah, I teach, and you show up, they never show.
Mm-hmm.
And so that kind of disappoints you, but then you'd be like, you can do it yourself. You have to kind of get to the point where you just have to figure stuff out on your own. And so it just like go back to the 1451, go to that formula, and you can just kind of pick up anything and that's when it was like, Oh, okay, I got it. Oh, okay, I got it. Oh,
Right. It was that aha moment for you.
yeah, it was the aha moment, and
Oh
that's
man.
just what it is. But yeah,
Nobody else wanted me to come to them. That's why they all turned their cameras off. Oh, there they go. They back. I was gonna say,
No, I didn't want to be rude.
oh, okay, I understand. Well, since you're eating, Drea, you're next. Now,
what you eating?
Hot wings.
You said what?
I'm eating hot wings.
Oh, okay. Oh, ain't nothing wrong with that. Just I would eat them cold if I was you, but okay. So now I'm gonna let Dre eat her food. I'm gonna come to Ron. Ron, you kind of told your story a little bit. You told us your story before, but for if just in case there's someone that's new, how did you get into the music? I love hearing you talk about the $1.50 man. I love when you talk about the $1.50 man. The piano lessons for $1.50. But go ahead. So how did you get into music, man?
I don't know. I've always had a passion for it. In the church I was in, I used to love church music, and I started out playing congas and percussion in the church. I had a guy take me underneath his wing and show me how to play, and then after he passed away, I picked up the saxophone. My uncle, me and him went fishing. And he stopped by a pawn shop and he bought a saxophone because he said, man, I used to play when I was in middle school. I'm going to play again. Well, later on that day, he gave me the saxophone. And so I picked it up and I took lessons for years. I even went through college with the saxophone. I was a music major. But at any rate, then I started playing drums for the church. They didn't have a drummer anymore. So then I started learning how to play drums. I twinkled with the keys a little bit, but I didn't get serious about the piano until maybe 22, 23 years old. I was laid off from a job, and then I met the $1.50 guy, and and the rest is history. Well, I would say the rest is history, but it's not. You know, I actually found out I was getting okay, not the best, but I was getting okay, and a friend of mine, she was a retired music teacher, and I think at the age of 28, 29 years old, she asked me, she said, all your chords are beautiful and all of this. She said, do you understand what you're playing? I said, no, not really. I just play what feels good.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, so she took me through a crash course of music theory, and that was my aha moment. Okay, that's why I'm doing this. Now it connects together because I was spending hours, if not days, preparing music, but now comes a little bit quicker now, and I kind of understand what's going on.
Got you.
And I'm not a great sight reader. I could read music, but I'm not a great sight reader. I'm the person that writes the bass notes in the bottom, and then I can find my chord.
Good boys do find always. Oh, okay, that's G. Okay, all cars eat grass. Oh, C. Okay, yeah.
Yep. I remember. And man, even music theory. When I was in college, my music theory teacher told me. She said, "I promise you." She said, "If you do not finish this class, you're gonna be sorry." And I never forget that. I was sorry. She begged me, but
hard
had other
head.
things. Yeah, but I realized too when I was in college, there's no money in music either. So,
I mean, there is money in it, but not for everybody who studies it.
Right, and
you got to get. You got to be Michael Jackson if you want to make money in
it. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to write marching band drills is what I wanted to do.
Okay. All right.
Which would have been cool at the time, but this day and age, nobody's in band for real. So I would have been a starving musician, a starving artist.
Because it's starting to die out, man. The stuff that we thought we would never see die out musically is on a slow decline, and it's not cool.
It's sad. Have you seen these kids up on these talk shows? They got their iPad and they're playing it as a piano, and they call it an instrument. They play it as a guitar.
I can't. I have an app that's on my phone that sometimes if I'm at school or something and I'm just trying to teach something and I don't have a piano in front of me, I might want to start and pitch or whatever, and I'll touch it, and I have a hard time just playing the one note.
Right.
trying to just play middle C on my phone. I don't know how people do that stuff. It's like those phones and tablets don't even respond to my fingers like that. So I don't know how they do that, man. I really
Hey,
don't. That's
mine either, man. I don't know. We getting old, man.
$1.50 is a heck of a deal. I agree, Fresh Sounds Florida. He learned
Oh,
a
and
lot.
he had a lot of students, so believe me, he was making a lot of money.
Of course,
Pretty much
everybody.
taught everybody in the city.
$1.50 adds up.
Yeah,
Hey,
$1.50, and it was how many minutes? Was it like 15 minutes or 20 minutes? Like how long was the lesson?
anywhere from 30 minutes to 45 minutes.
Wow, just for $1 freaking 6
But
quarters.
yeah, but his thing was bring your pencil and paper also, because he wanted you to write down every chord that he showed you also.
Okay.
So that's how I was able to, kind of analyze it.
Wow.
Which my teacher charged me $10 for 30 minutes.
Is that Mr. Poole you talking about? I mean, even $10 is cheap, to be honest with you. I ain't
It
even gonna
is
lie.
$10 is really cheap.
It is because I know when I do lessons, I think the least I've ever done was 25 for a half hour, but usually it'll be like $30 for 25 minutes or something. I forgot what it was. It's been a long time since I used to do that all the time. But so for y'all getting this $1.50 and these $10 lessons, yo,
Hey, it was
y'all
a
good.
blessing. Is what it was. It was a blessing.
Yes.
Because some of them was charging like 50 at the time.
Of course. I mean, yeah, because they got to make a living off this. They, it's like
Yeah.
that's how they make. That's how they eat. So it's like if you're going to take
Yep.
my time is worth it. You know what I'm saying? That's how they look at it, and I mean, it is. Your time is worth. So
And not only that, just the education that they've acquired. Also.
Mm-hmm.
Well, NZ Reggae, you're not going to be able to hear any beat tonight, but I'll let Ron answer this before I go to the next person. But he got lazy on us this week. His son getting shots was more important than creating a beat for the channel. The fact that he had extra work to do and had to take care of his family. He let all that stuff, become more important than making a beat. But anyway, go ahead. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm clearly joking. Okay, go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, a bunch of local people. I did have one song though that was played on the Meredith Veneer show that I got paid for. That I don't know what that song was. I don't even know what the song sounds like. I don't know what it is, but I got paid for it.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's when you know you're good. It's like, oh man, I don't even know what it was, but I got paid for it.
No, dude, I don't even know how this song got there. I tried to look for the song. The show was canceled because I didn't find out till maybe almost 2 years later.
And what was the name of the show?
Meredith Veneer. She I think she used to do Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh, okay. The host of it, of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Okay.
Yeah, she was a host.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, they had only said they played only like 5 or 10 seconds of the song.
That's all right, but they had to pay, so hey. Ron, like, give me my 5 or 10 second paycheck, please. All right, well, let's get to well, Dre, it looked like she's finished her wings. You finished your wings, darling? You're not finished?
No, it's fine.
Okay, well, let's hear your story. I know you told us a little bit the first time you came on and I had you spill your beans, but that was a long time ago, and this is probably a different audience. How did you get into music? Is your son going to tell us the story for you?
Say hi, Keith, since you're here. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing? You want to be famous and be on the internet?
Okay, talk. You was talking. Say hi.
You want to be famous? You want to be on the internet and be famous with your mommy?
Yep.
Okay, well, ain't nothing wrong with that. Glad to have you.
Cat got your tongue now?
He like no. Okay.
Okay.
You have a lovely tongue, sir. Thank you for sharing your tongue on.
Don't encourage that.
Thank you for sharing your tongue on the live stream. We really appreciate it.
So I wish I could say I came by way of being an instrumentalist, but that's not my background. I came into music as a singer. And so I guess when I was a little girl, I just was around music. My dad was like a hobbyist. He liked to play bass and guitar. Used to, fiddle around in the basement and play music and stuff. And he used to let me sing. I used to pretend I was Irene Cara singing the theme music to Fame.
Okay, Fame.
And I think, nobody really took it seriously though, that I was like going to sing. I didn't even take it seriously until I was like 11. I was in my elementary school chorus, and I got selected for a state demonstration choir. It's like it's like an honors course for elementary, but you don't audition. They just pick you and you go do a demonstration. And so I just got into choral singing like that. And I started playing in band when I was in 4th grade. So I started playing the flute. And
I never knew that. Okay.
Yeah, I played flute from 4th to 8th grade. I really I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to be an instrumentalist. I wanted to play flute. I wanted to go in high school and play in the band and continue to play instruments. I just wasn't good enough. So, yes, Mitch, that's right.
Hi. You forgot to type the word hi. Yes. I want to learn how to fly. Hi.
By the time I was in 8th grade, I think I was over it and just ready to do teenage stuff. But my mom made me audition for the local performing arts school. So I auditioned for the performing arts school. I auditioned for voice and for flute, and they didn't want me for flute because I sucked. And but they took me for voice. So I studied. So my background then at the age of 14 is when I started studying classical singing and choral singing. And studied that all the way through high school. I ended up going to all state, all county, all state, and all regional choirs. And then I got the scholarship to go to Morgan State and just kept studying classical. I always loved gospel and R&B though. That was just kind of where I was with it. I sang in a singing group in high school. Called Essence of Soul. It's like a little In Vogue Escape knockoff group. All right. And I ended up being pretty good at theory. Like in high school, we took theory, and I got into the AP theory class. And when you take an AP class, you take an AP test. And I got the highest score on the AP test. So, but it wasn't because I was so good at theory. I just ended up having a really good ear, and that. That skated me through the course, and I was good at the test, but I really didn't get good grades in theory. I was an average student. I got B's and C's. Every now and then I get an A. In college, I really struggled. I got C's and stuff because it's I knew the material, but I couldn't. I just didn't like doing the work. So,
got you.
So it is what it is. I got the knowledge that I needed. I just wasn't a great student. So how'd I end up here? I went to college to study music and get an education certification so that I could be a music teacher. I dropped out of the education program because I didn't like the professor, and college was kind of rough for me. I didn't really take my studies seriously. I just wanted to get through, but I dealt with a lot of depression. I abused drugs and alcohol and stuff. I had a lot of different things going on at the time. I was just trying to get through. Okay. And and I did eventually get through. And I ended up beginning as a middle school chorus teacher, and that was a really great job, but I had to decide if I was going to go to grad school and continue pursuing a career in classical, or if I wanted to just kind of do my own thing. It was a very hard decision for me because when I was in college, I did quite well. I did some award-winning competitions in the classical field, and so I was really being pushed to pursue a career in classical singing. And all of my teachers wanted me to go that way. My professor wanted me to audition for Juilliard for grad school and everything.
Dr. Carter's
Yeah, the God's honest, he was trying to push me to go there. The God's honest truth is I just did not have the desire to do it. I wish I did, but I didn't. The only thing I wanted to do was write and sing my own music. And so I ended up going into to choral teaching in the middle school system just to see how it was. And then when I started teaching, I fell in love with teaching. And so I ended up taking one year off to just figure out what I wanted to do or what I felt I was called to do. And then I just decided to get my master's in education so that I could, be a better teacher. And I ended up going that route. And then I started also writing my first project because I really wanted to be a gospel artist. And so that's kind of how I got into it. I still sing. I can still sing classical choral music. It's not my top passion, but I appreciate having the training and the experience because it helped me be all around better musician. And I picked up the piano skills along the way and I'm able to hold it down on the piano enough to write my own stuff. But primarily I'm a singer songwriter, and that's just what I like to do.
I switched the angle so that y'all can follow Andrea because she has it in her name at S2P Girl. So that's Instagram, right?
Yeah, that's Instagram.
Right. If y'all want to follow her, and because she does have her own projects and all that stuff. So if you want to follow her, there you go. That's why I switched the angle so that y'all can see it, because when we do this, it gets cut off. So that's the reason why I did it. So if y'all want to follow her so that you can, support her music. She got stuff available for, she got music for free, but I'm sure they accept donations if you want to send a donation and all that. So follow her, send her some money, tell her make some more music. But you said y'all was working on another project before this.
Yeah.
And then this happened.
And then this happened. Yeah. Like we had a studio session scheduled for this month. So okay, honey, what's wrong? You should be in bed. But yeah, so we canceled that. We're trying to go back in May. Let me see. Okay. Your little lip. Okay, stop running and you won't hurt yourself. He literally jumps off furniture all day, and I'm tired of fighting. I'm not going to fight it anymore. I just, as long as he doesn't get hurt, I'm okay. I can remove furniture. I can't contain his energy. He needs to move around, so that's fine. Anyway.
And the old folks back in our day be like, "You bleeding?" No, right? Because you're gonna go right back and do it again anyway.
Good, serve you right. That's what would happen if you did something and you fell and you hurt yourself. Good, served you right. That's what you get for doing it now.
Or get a beating because you shouldn't have been running no way. Anyway.
Hey, can I ask you a question, Andrea?
No, you can't ask any questions. No. Shut up.
I guess like
quiet.
Who was that? Who was that? James? Can I call you Drea?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was my cousin. Yeah. I'm sitting here like I've been calling her Drea like the entire night, dude. Like, well, never mind. I ain't even gonna relive it. I'm not gonna, because he might be looking. What's up, James? What's up, cuz?
When did you pick up the piano? Because you're actually a very good piano player.
Yes, you.
I tried it around when I went to high school, maybe 15, maybe 10th grade. I started tinkering around with it, but I didn't get serious about actually being able to hold it down for myself until after I graduated college. You know what I'm saying? Like I never would have during college. I never would have sat down and played piano for anybody in a serious way. But they have courses. You take piano class and then you take keyboard harmony class, and then you kind of start picking up stuff from your colleagues and peers. You're like, can you show me how to do that? So I picked a lot of brains. and just
somebody actually showed you.
You know, back in those days, a lot of people didn't show you stuff.
Girls are different though. Richard, you know Cynthia.
I was getting ready to ask you, was it Cynthia? Because Cynthia,
girls
this is
are different. Yeah.
Man, I mean, she could play.
Music,
yeah.
Women are kind of the minority. So girls kind of, when it comes to that, I feel like they kind of more stick together. And I was like, can you, Cynthia, show me how to do that? Oh, she was like, you just do this, blah, blah, blah. She showed me, the first song she showed me how to play was Stomp by Kirk Franklin. Yes. Once she showed me that, I was like, oh, I can do this. Like, I was like, whatever she showed me that day, something clicked for me. Kind of like some of the things y'all was describing. Something clicked, and I was like, okay, if I can do that, I can pick up some other stuff too. And it took a while, and it definitely, people had to help me. People helped me. I have to really give credit to, and it wasn't just Cynthia, but definitely her and a lot of other people. Just they help you along the way, and they encourage you. And you end up, just moving along as best you can.
I told you that my cousin was probably in the room. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I say he probably was in the room? He up there writing cuss words without actually typing the letters.
See?
I told you. I said, let me stop because he probably.
And see, I really felt like he was just being respectful.
Oh yeah, he was. No, he was. He not, no doubt, he was.
He definitely was. Yeah.
I was just looking at him. I said, but I done called the Dre like 50 times tonight already. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all, yo, what's up, cuz? What's up, man? What's up, cuz? But nah, Cynthia, man, and she's an incredible vocalist too. So.
Yeah, I looked up to her a lot. I think having good people that you can look up to, whether it's vocally or as an instrumentalist, it'll help you get better. And there was a lot of good people. Like going to Morgan, a lot of people sleep on where we went to school. I put Morgan up against Berkeley or any other school. I mean,
talent-wise?
Yeah, just some amazing musicians there. And I was just really happy to be able to learn, not just from the professors, but from your peers. You can learn so much from your peers, man.
And don't forget, she met me there too.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
I mean, and he been Boys to Men and back then. This ain't
the practice room. That's all you heard in the practice rooms. Whenever you walk down the hall where the practice room, all you hear was because I was in there practicing that song every day.
Richard was always practicing. Like he took it seriously. And I just always had a high respect for that.
But I wasn't a piano major. That was the problem. I was a voice major.
I know, but you was always in that room though.
Yeah, but I used to slack when it came with my voice lessons, and I'll come back the next week or whatever, and they were like, you haven't been practicing, have you? And I'm like, no, but I hear you on the piano all the time. You trying to tell me you can't take 10 minutes, pull out your sheet music, and just go over your song? I think her name was Deidre Paulmore was my teacher. You remember? That was my voice teacher, my first one, and she was just like. She was like, you mean to tell me? She said, I mean, she didn't say it real mean, but she was like stern. She was like, Richard, I hear you on that piano all the time. You on it. And I'm not saying though, you enjoy it, but why can't you take 10 minutes, pull out your song, go over your song so that I'm not sitting there. She actually gave me a B in my voice class one time because our voice classes was one-on-one. Yeah. You know, when you're a voice major, it's just you and the teacher. That's it. Right. Yeah. So I did a good job. We always, our midterm or final was singing. You had to do like a recital or whatever. Right. So whatever song it was, I did a very good job. And she said, that was excellent. I'm going to give you a B because of the headache that you gave me. She seriously said that. She said, because there was a big headache. And I waited till the last second to really lock in whatever song it was. But singing wasn't that hard for me. I'm like, I'm trying to learn the piano. Forget this singing. I already know how to sing, but yeah.
And I didn't study piano like I should. Like I didn't take but it came and, I really, put a lot of my time into, when I wasn't goofing off, I put a lot of my time into studying the voice side.
You goofing off? No, not Drea.
I goofed off, man. I goofed off.
I'm with you on that.
I think we all had our little moments
Yeah,
here and
but
there. I
God was
mean,
good, and I mean, I was still able to do what I needed to do by the grace of God. So, but I take it much more serious now.
oh yeah,
Much more.
oh yeah.
I wish I had this mentality 20 years ago. I really do.
Mm-hmm. I feel you. I
Amen
feel
to
you.
that.
So D was the one that dropped out on us. Okay. Oh, but at least I did get her story. Well, let's go to the purple one. I want to hear. I don't think I've ever heard your story all the way from the beginning, like how you got into music and your aha moment and all that good stuff. Why don't you share a little bit with us? First of all, how did your hair turn purple, young lady? No, I'm just playing.
See, don't start with me about my hair turning purple, okay? First of all, I went
Your
through
hair.
2 processes, okay, for my hair to turn purple. Okay.
I like it. I like it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's great, Brandy.
Thank you. And it's two-tone, matter of fact.
Ravens Nation, yeah, purple,
No,
purple. Even though she
Purple is
lives
my
in North
favorite
Carolina.
color.
Nation.
But hell to the Redskins, but purple is my favorite color.
No, Cowboys. Anyways, don't do that. Brad, don't do that.
Is
Don't
Mike
do
on here?
that.
Is Mike in here with that Cowboys and James? You know how they be arguing about that.
Don't do that. Okay, well, when I've always been around music since birth. That's first and foremost. I mean, my mom's had her own gospel group. My daddy plays drums. My brother plays lead guitar. My uncle, well, my play uncle, he plays the bass. So I learned from all of them growing up. So I just always been around. So I learned by watching my daddy at a young age play drums. So I picked up quickly on that. Sometimes he still outdo me, but now since he done stopped playing, I outdo him now.
Oh, okay. Look at you
So
bragging. Always got to brag.
yes, I do. So with the guitar, I can play some chords, some of it, but I'm still learning on that. Bass guitar, I'm off the waters, off the chain on that. And then it comes to the keyboard. So I started playing keyboard at the age of 5-ish, I want to say. And I had a little Yamaha Play Toy keyboard. That's what I had. And
Oh, I had that one.
yeah. And the first song I learned was Lean on Me.
Oh.
That's the jam.
Everybody, like, it's because it's so easy. If you play it
Yeah.
in the simple way, yeah, it's very easy to play. So I get it. I get it.
So ever since then I actually started writing and actually dabbing into writing my own songs. I was probably around about 10, maybe. Yeah, about
Okay.
10 or 11. And I had wrote my first song messing with another Yamaha keyboard.
That's right. Yamaha keyboards live forever. That's right. I'm
Until-
glad D's not in here because D will be in here talking about Roland, Korg. I'm glad she dropped out.
She hear you.
I know she can. Oh, she always can hear me. I know that.
She laughing at you.
D be taunting me. She be taunting me. Even when I'm not even talking to her, I can hear her going, "Shut up, Jazz."
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Brandy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But then every year since I actually start doing that, then my mom's actually was starting to buy me other keyboards then. And oh yeah. Oh no, I ain't got no bass right now. But she was buying me like the little Radio Shack keyboards. And I used to get one every year. And then until then I got a 76 key keyboard and start playing on that. And it's been almost 14 years since I had that, still use it for church. But other than that, like me starting actually producing beats and everything else, that was just like automatically just came to me.
I just want you to know, Brandy, that people are starting to want to hear you play a bass guitar now. I just thought I'd throw that in there, okay?
Oh,
Me
gee.
agree.
Angela and NZ, like, hold up, wait a minute, you need to show us, but go ahead, continue your
No,
story.
I am. I mean, I do play. I mean, how else you think I come up with most of my bass lines? I'm a bass player as well. But yeah, like I mean, that's a little about me. So if you actually count up, so I actually been playing keyboard for exactly 30 years almost. Yeah, 32 years. And playing drums basically about the same amount, and the bass. The bass I actually picked up when I got a little bit older though. So when I can actually hold it and actually learn it. But as far as me as learning like the chords and the different progressions and stuff like that, I never knew that. Everything just came to me naturally. Whatever I hear is what I played. It really didn't matter what key it was in. I'll actually hear the note and I'll find it and I could play it just like this. Like if I hear about twice, if I hear a song about twice, I could basically just like pick it up. And when I start watching your channel, that's when I actually begin to actually learn the notes on the keyboard.
Oh wow, so
So
you
yeah,
didn't really know the notes before you started watching my
yeah,
tutorials?
yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know. I just assumed that you probably knew the basics, like
Really?
that
Yeah.
stuff. Wow, that's
Wow.
No
crazy.
basic, no nothing.
You know what? I'm still amazed with some of
Wow.
the stuff that people tell me that they've learned from just watching my videos. Like I'm
Yeah.
like that. Honestly, seriously, like amazes me because I've watched videos of you playing keyboard. I just clearly I thought you knew that stuff. I didn't know you didn't know that. Wow.
No, not at all. And I'm
Wow.
still learning. I'm still learning each and every day. Like actually watching y'all, like it inspires me to even push forward and to do more. To be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it's like I said, all this stuff, all this musical stuff that I have, I I learned it just like that by God, really. And
Amen.
as far as me singing, I can start from a soprano, not a high soprano, probably about second soprano to a baritone.
You can
So,
sing like this note, right?
oh no,
You
no,
got that note
no,
You
all the
silly
way
man.
down to that note, right? All 88 keys, right? All
oh
88
no,
keys.
no.
You sure? Come on, Brandon. Let me hear it. Come on. That whistle register. Let me hear that
I'm
joint.
not hitting that. No, there is no way that I would hit that. Nope. But I've been
That's
singing
funny.
for all my life as well too. So I'm not really trained. I mean, I took chorus class for 2 years. My junior year and senior year of high school, and that's the only way I can actually read notes. But as far as me playing the notes, I cannot do it. It will not work at
Mm-hmm.
all. Period. So
Wow.
that's the background of me.
Oh, that's crazy though. No, seriously though. But okay. Wow.
And no, I do not know how to play with my thumbs. Still, still,
I
Hey,
didn't even
now
say nothing.
that's
I
amazing to
didn't even
me.
say anything this
Oh wow.
time. Usually it's me saying something, but for those of you that might be a little lost, Brandy does not play the piano with her thumbs mostly.
That's cool.
She plays like this. So if you ever see our videos and we do this, we're just teasing Brandy when we do that. But that's amazing. Wow.
Hey,
I
that
didn't
that
know
That's
that
that's
amazing.
Brandon did it too.
amazing.
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's
that's
more than
it.
one way to skin a cat.
Yeah. You can skin them this way. Okay, I had to throw something in there. No matter, I didn't care how corny it was. Okay, so let's slide down to 112 DZ, man. You got that bass voice, right? Come on. You want to tell us how you got into music and everything, and how Barry White came to you
I'll
one day.
take good care of you.
That's what a man is supposed to do. I'll be there for you all. Come on, 112.
Oh my Lord, help me.
Yes, you better ask the Lord to help you. You're right.
Well, when I first got into music, I grew up around it because, of course, my whole family's from the church. So that was basically my introduction to music. Um, at first, I started off as a instrumentalist because my grandfather plays guitar, and I got interested watching him when I was around 3 years old. And I guess I used to mess around with his guitar when like he would leave for work and stuff. And my grandmother knew I wasn't supposed to touch it, but she felt like I was improving. And
Hold up, wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me you were just like Tito Jackson in the Jackson movie, where
I
he
was, I
wasn't
was,
supposed to touch his daddy's guitar, and then he broke the string, and then you got a whooping? Did that happen to you too?
I was just about to tell you that, except I didn't break the string. My grandfather just found out I messed with it, and then he did give me a whooping.
Well, after the whooping, did he buy you a guitar and say you better play, you better not make any mistakes?
He actually, well, he not quite, but he actually did give me a guitar for my 5th birthday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got me a guitar for my 5th birthday, and that's basically my main instrument. The guitar is my main instrument. I would
Okay.
say when I got a little bit older, I think I was around 8 years old. My cousins was my favorite older cousin. He played drums, and so uh, that also got my attention because watching him all the time, it was like, how can you use your hands and feet at the same time? You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
like watch, I used to ask him for advice, and like I never took no lessons. I guess it was God given talent. I used to ask him, uh, "Hey, cuz, can you show me that beat again? How did you do it again?" You know,
Right.
and he would say, "Man, you don't even need no lessons. You already got it." I quit.
Okay.
But I would say, and because I also play if you can't tell by now, of course, for those that don't know, I play multiple instruments. But I
Right.
would say by 4th grade, I got interested in the saxophone because I just love smooth jazz, and saxophone, the alto saxophone, really catches my attention. But uh, I'm a little bit like Drea. I quit band. I quit
Wow,
band.
wow, a bunch of quitters on this panel today.
Yeah, first of all, I quit band because at the time I was the only kid in school that knew how to play more than one instrument. So everybody kept hating on me, and I hated it, so I left. Now I didn't really get into deep into music after band. I wanted to quit, just giving up music because I felt, if anybody didn't like the way I'm doing, then I would just stop. And then of course it took my mother. She's the one that actually picked me back up and told me to get back into music. Nobody can tell you what you can't do. God gave you this gift for a reason. And the singing, I've always been singing. Of course, growing up in church, my mom sings, my dad sings, my grandparents sings, and so I sung too. But I'm mostly an instrumentalist, and I didn't pick up the bass. Now this is where we get into my favorite instrument. I
Hmm.
didn't pick up the bass until I was 10 years old.
Interesting.
And hearing the bass, the first thing I learned on bass was Stevie Wonder has this song called Sensuous Whisper, and it's like a nice groovy jazzy song, and um it's like really funky jazzy. I didn't know anything about the bass. I didn't know anything about the notes. I also everything I learned was by ear. So I used to mess around with the radio all the time. Hear a lot of Stevie Wonder songs, hear a lot of Earth, Wind, and Fire, um, hear a lot of Sly and the Family Stones. Dance to the music. That was really my favorite song. And I would say when I turned 15, that's when I actually got interested into the well, I always wanted to learn it, but I really got deep into the piano because I was getting better with my fingers, was getting better with strings. Uh, I wanted to learn how to, make nice melodies because I was tired of playing, the guitar, the bass, the drums. Um, so I didn't get any lessons because everybody that I tried to ask a lesson for on the keyboard, they were just like self-taught themselves. So they're like, well, you just put this finger here and you put this finger here and then you get this sound. They didn't know what chord it was,
Right.
which is the crazy thing. So I didn't really know I didn't really know my chords until I came on your page, Jazz. I was like, oh, so that's the name of that chord. I've been
Oh
playing
my
that chord all
goodness.
these years. I was
Are
like,
you serious?
yeah. I was like, I've been playing this chord all these years, and I didn't know the name of it. Okay,
So you're saying that you learned the chords from the channel?
Not
Like
every
you
chord, only like
I'm
certain chords that I played, but I never
wow.
really knew the name of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's
So
crazy.
yeah, man. So that's basically my how I got started in music, just through church and singing. Always that came from my mother.
Okay. That's what's up. Wow. Okay. It's interesting because this is kind of new. I guess I never really listened to everybody's story like complete like that. That's interesting. And it's interesting what y'all learned from the channel too. So that's cool too. I don't know if y'all ever really heard my story. My story is goes back to when I was a little kid. I wanted to be like everybody else. I wanted to rap, right? I grew up in the projects, right? Hound Ridge, Baltimore. It doesn't exist anymore, but that's where I grew up. We was in the hood, we was in the projects. Everybody wanted to be Run DMC, and everybody rapping, right? But then all of a sudden, but I always loved music and I always listen to music. My mother sings. My mother, sings very well. My sister Tessa, she's a singer, and my other sister, my older sister Nicole, she was more of a dancer. She could dance and all that stuff. But yeah. So music, I guess music was there, but nobody in my house were instrumentalists. So we didn't have any instruments growing up in my house. I had no instruments whatsoever. So but we would sing, like I said, my sister, my mother, myself. We got into singing or whatever. But by the time I got to high school, that was when I wanted to by 10th grade, that's when I got into the music program. And that's when I started seeing people in the choir get on the piano and start playing songs. And I'm like, wow, this is that I want to learn how to do that. And that's what sparked that interest for me to really learn how to play the piano and everything. And I told the story before. I asked my father if he buy me a keyboard. My father was like, I am not spending no money on no keyboard. You only gonna play it 2 or 3 times, and then you don't play it no more. No, I mean it was a adamant. I mean, he was no. And mind you, I grew up with no instruments, so it wasn't. I had nothing. I never played any instruments because we didn't have it in this house. So so my mother talked to him, convinced him, this, give him a chance, see what he do with this, that type of talk or whatever. Got the keyboard, went to the store. I saw a nice little keyboard that had a bunch of buttons on it, and it had record. You could record on it. And I wanted that one. My father said, "You get this $99 keyboard, or you don't get nothing." And yes, the $99 keyboard was a Casio. Okay, yes, I know. I talk against Casio keyboards all the time, but I taught myself how to play on a Casio keyboard, and I was happy for that Casio too, because I had nothing. So and this is funny how much I talk about Casio boys.
At least it wasn't a Williams.
I know, right? I don't know if Sabrina's still in it. But yeah, man. But yeah, so but I started, that's when I started teaching myself. And I told you earlier in the stream about the guy that taught me how to take what I learned about the treble clef. Every good boy does fine. And I learned that. And that's just where it just started coming. And once I started, it came rather quickly. Understanding the piano and all that stuff, the basics. So it just came kind of quickly. By the time I graduated high school, I think I had played 1 or 2 songs at for somebody at some type of program or something like that. Whatever, we might have had something at the school or something, and somebody had a solo. I know I played "When You Believe" from The Wiz. I remember playing that song for somebody. So I went in 10th grade. I never touched the piano. By 12th grade, I played for somebody. What I'm saying? I was on the piano playing for someone in college. That learning that theory, that extra theory. Like I learned some theory in high school, but when I got to college, wow, that's when I really started learning the theory and stuff. And like I said, Dre already told you, I used to be in there playing in the practice rooms when I was supposed to be learning my singing songs. I was too busy learning how to play that. So, but that's where it happened, man. And then from there, by 1999, 2000, I formed the band, and we was did that for a little bit. And I mean, that's my story. That's my story. It just came. It's like it just came. It's like it was like really fast to me.
How did you start House of Jazz? Like, when did that start? How did you start that?
You talking about the channel, the YouTube
The channel and the tutorials, and yeah.
The name House of Jazz was just an email address that I created back on AOL. Literally. It was just a name I created on AOL. And so when I created my YouTube channel, this was back in 2006. I just liked that name, House of Jazz. So that's where the name literally just came. It's no real significance behind that. But you know, I think okay, I used to start when I didn't know how, I didn't really play by ear. So if I needed to learn how to play a song, I either had to have sheet music or someone had to show it to me, right? So I used to look at piano tutorials just like y'all did, just like y'all go searching for piano. That was me all the time. If I needed to learn a song real quick, look for the piano tutorials. Well, it was starting to get to the point that a lot of people just wasn't showing you how to play the songs correctly. And you look at a tutorial and it didn't sound like the song or whatever. And so I started dibbing and dabbing with learning songs by ear that I couldn't find sheet music for. And the first one, and I shocked myself with Sweet November by Troop, which was originally a Babyface song with the deal. I just sat down and I picked it out by ear. I think that was the first song I ever picked out by ear. It's my first video I ever did on here. When I learned it, I was like, well, shoot, since I did this, let me go ahead on and put this on YouTube. Let me try my shot at trying to do a tutorial. And it sucks. It's still online. I'll never take it down. I'll never take the video down. But so I did it. Whatever. Okay, maybe a year or two go by. I do another song. Okay, year or two. I'm just doing it just because I wasn't doing it seriously. Around 2016 was when I came down here. I was washing clothes and I did not feel like walking up and down the steps. But my music stuff always been down here. So I said, let me just sit down and learn a song or something while my clothes wash. I said, I'm gonna learn how to play Forever My Lady, Jodeci, right? And the stuff I was hearing online, I was like, this does not sound like the song. So I said, well, I did Sweet November before. Let me see if I can learn this song by ear. Long story short, I shocked myself, and to this day, when I look at that tutorial, it's not the greatest tutorial because I didn't know what I was doing, but I'm just saying, but it really does sound like Forever My Lady. And so this gentleman named P. Ellis here on YouTube came to the video. He loves Jodeci and just gave me all kinds of props. And I had mentioned in the video that I have a PayPal. I said, if any of y'all blessed by this, you like to shoot me $1 or something or whatever, here's my email address, send me $1. Okay. So he saw that and said, well, if I send you $20, can you teach me how to play? It was another Jodeci song. And of course, I'm like, heck yeah, if you send me $20, of course. Okay. So he did it. He sent the money, and I'm sitting here looking at my phone like, this stranger just sent me $20. I don't know that. Before I even did the work, I'm like, I don't know this person from Adam and Eve. So I did it, and when I did the video, I said I'd like to give a shout out to P. Ellis. He offered, said he paid me to do this, and I just want to say I appreciate it, whatever. And just like that. Well, if I send you $20, can you learn this song? Well, if I send, and I mean that's how this channel started. Wow. I had no idea it was going to turn like this. I thought that was a fluke that somebody sent me money to learn this song. I just like, okay, that was just someone. No, it started going. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even remember everything that happened. It was so fast, and it just started building up so quickly. And by 2017, and here's the thing about it: I got married in 2015, and my marriage was over with by June of 2017. But even though my marriage was over with, these tutorials requests were still coming in. So when I actually separated from my ex-wife, that was probably the only 2 days that I didn't have tutorials going up because I had to move everything out. And when I moved and got myself settled, I kept right on doing tutorials. No one even knew I separated from. I just was like, I was just. I got burnt out in 2018 around May, and I stopped doing tutorials because I was getting so many requests that all I was doing was going to work, coming home, going to the basement, working forever, maybe getting an hour, 2 hours of sleep. And when I tell you I was doing that for months, that's how it really felt like, and it caught up to me. So that's the reason why I want to say this now. When some of y'all will have to wait a long time, when some of y'all have to wait a long time for your tutorial, that's the reason why, because I will never let myself get burned out again. And there's still a lot of requests that come in. So, but that's how it happened. It happened.
Yeah,
Oh well, yeah. 112 DZ he's been following me since I've really first started. So he'll tell you that I will put up 4 or 5 tutorials in the same day, almost every day. It would be like every day you would see like 5 new tutorials, 5, 4 tutorials, 3 tutorials. 5. It was like every day, and it was just that's how it happened. If you would have told me that I would be doing this, I like if you would have told me this like in 2015, I'd be like, "What are you talking about?" So,
right.
but that's how it happened.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say, man. I know this blows your mind every time that you.
When I think about this story, I just shared this story with someone just yesterday again. Person know who I'm talking about too. It's still amazing. It's just it's just amazing when they say the Lord works in mysterious ways. It's true, y'all. I'm telling you. You never know where your blessing is coming. You know, it's like one of the reasons why I'm not stressed out, not working right now, is because the Lord set this up for me back in 2016 for income to come in through this. And I barely spend most of the money that comes in. I'm using it to just save money. And now I know why I needed to save the money. Look at where we're at right now in 2020. So I mean, and when I hear the stories, when y'all say y'all learned something from me, Brandy, you said something one talk, and I'm genuinely like it really touches me like genuinely when you tell me that you learned stuff from me, and I'm like, for real, because it's, to me, I don't feel like I do that much. To me, it seems like, because I mean, there's 10 trillion better piano players than me. You know what I'm saying? So I still honestly don't get why y'all like the tutorials that much, but I appreciate the fact that y'all do. And as long as y'all support me, I'll keep them coming.
Yeah, because man, you're so thorough. I've been to hundreds of guys on YouTube, and you are probably the most thorough guy that I've ever checked out on YouTube. Period. That's where I'm at.
Wow,
thorough, bro, thorough.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
like
that.
the other guy that we used to talk about, your nemesis.
We don't call names on here, but
he is not thorough at all. He is not thorough. He's real quick with it. He quick with it, and he's sloppy, and he don't do the pre-chorus half the time. He's sloppy, man. So.
All right, we're not gonna talk about other people though. But I know who you talking about. I know who you talking about. But I appreciate it.
It's a gift too, Richard. I mean, that's your gift in being expressed. And I really think it's a God thing.
It has to be.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't see it. So it has to be God.
Yeah.
It has to be God.
I mean, being able, there's a lot of cats that can play, but everybody cannot teach. A lot of
people that's true.
Granted, what it takes to teach. To teach, you have to be able to break things down so that people can understand them and actually acquire the knowledge that you have. If you just a blazing cat, that's fantastic. But if you don't have the gift of breaking that knowledge down for others, then you don't have that gift, and you have it. So there is a difference.
I appreciate that. I accept it. Thank you. I still don't see it, but thank you.
Yeah,
it's all good, though.
Because I think tutorials and they really do move too fast for me sometimes, but I'm able to follow yours.
Yeah.
So, and that's hard to take what you know and break it down into littler steps so that other people can pick it up.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, and then another thing is like you got beginners watching you, you got intermediates watching you, you got advanced people watching you, so you got the whole thing, man.
Who knows you never know who's watching.
Yeah,
I've been shocked. I've been shocked in the last few years of people who've left me messages or I found out was following me, and I'm like, are you serious? Like for real? So yeah, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You got a
So,
famous
okay.
chef, man.
I know, right? Yeah, I just talked about that the other day. I had no idea that Darius Cooks followed me until like sometime last year. Some of y'all might know who he is. He's a famous
Yeah.
chef, and he's like very popular on Instagram and everything. Dude follows me.
Wow.
He
That's
follows me,
dope.
and he bought a piano recently, and he goes on Instagram and say House of Jazz is my teacher.
Oh wow.
This is a famous cook. This dude has been on the Food Network. Okay, so this dude, and he goes on Instagram and say, "Oh yeah, House of Jazz, that's my piano teacher. I learned all my stuff." I'm like, so yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
That is
Came
so
up.
wild.
That's
You done
crazy.
came up, brother. It done came up.
Yeah, so okay, we ain't supposed to be making this all about me. Okay, oh, I not saying you here, Georgie Porgy. What's your introduction to music? Let's take it off me and talk about you. How did you get into music since you just popped up on here?
All right. Well, I started off, but y'all know I'm born and raised Jersey, and I started off rapping in high school or rapping in.
And you went to school with Rodney Jerkins, right?
Yeah. So like we used to skip class. Me, Rodney Jerkins, Charlie Jerkins, Eddie, all his brothers and cousins.
Man, you just making up names. Stop it. You just making up Trolley Jerkins. I've never heard of no Trolley Jerkins. I'm sorry.
So yeah,
but tell the truth, didn't it sound like he was making up names though? Oh yeah, Rodney Jerkins, Trolley Jerkins, Pop Jerkins, Momo Jerkins, Booby Jerkins, Momo Jerkins, Moo Jerkins.
But no lie. I mean, we all went to school together. And we used to skip class, and make up chords. And I never like I was forced to go and learn how to do sheet music when I was like 7, 8 years old, and I picked it up. But that's been like over 25 years, so I'm kind of sloppy with that. And I was always in choir. As a matter of fact, my football coach used to get on me because I used to skip football and go to choir. He used to get on me all the time, whatever. And then when I was going to church, I was rapping for the church. So, and we always had a keyboard in the house. So I was the only one that could play. Nobody else could play or sing. I would always just play and just rap. But y'all know I'm not really a singer. Who's that? Denise Simon. Okay. What's up, Denise?
From the same part of Jersey.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So I used to do a lot of rapping, a lot of studio in New York. And like I said, I was always in chorus, choir. But then when I got the Jazzy channel in like 2016, I wanted to step my game up. So I started watching him. And basically what I learned from jazz was my inversions and my progressions. So I think like after you know the major chords, once you start learning the inversions and progressions, that steps your game up so much in trying to write your own music. Cause like progressions like that to me, that like it just connects everything. So connecting everything with the inversions and the progressions just really took my game up to the next level watching jazz and playing and just learning song after song after song. Like I don't know how jazz does it because I don't
know either, man. Trust me.
Because I probably have 100 songs written down from your channel. And I might say one day, well, I feel like playing this. And I'll go through it. I'm like, I can't even find a song that I learned from jazz with 100 songs, and you got 1,000. So I know that's got to be crazy, man.
I mean, all 1,000 videos are not tutorials, but I guarantee, because it says I have almost 1,100 videos, but the majority of them have to be tutorials. The majority of them. So I don't know when I did all those tutorials. I really don't know when I did all those. I really don't.
That was back in the day when you was doing them at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, popping them out.
Yeah, I still don't know.
Like, yo, jazz is like a machine, man.
Yeah,
Hey, for me, I used to see you pop across my stream feed all the time, and I started checking out a couple of videos. But you know what? I didn't start following you until you've done a recording of when you was in the hospital, when you was letting everybody know how you do. And I said, man, let me follow this guy. I said, this guy is for real.
Wait a minute, you trying to tell me being in the hospital losing my toe is why you followed me? Was it when I lost my? It was 2 times I was in the hospital. It was the one time when I lost my toe Was it that one or was it the other?
I think it was that one, but it was just something I said. You was just so genuine. I said, man, let me check this guy out, man. I started checking out your videos. I said, oh yeah, I said he's the real deal.
That's sad, man. I had to lose a toe before you decided to follow me. That's sad, man.
You lost the toe but gained a friend.
Yeah, you exactly right. Like, we got each other's phone numbers and everything. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Yeah, because that was when I think because me and Jazz was in the hospital at the same time because I had got my hernia done and I think he got his done like the same time.
I don't think it was the same time. No, your hernia was after mine. You had your because I remember you was asking me about how.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the first time for you it was that, and then your toe. Okay, so when your toe was done, that's when I was in there.
Yeah, my toe was well both times I was in the hospital, both of it was serious. I think it was the end of 2017 where I had it was both of my surgeries were emergency. They were same day surgeries that were not scheduled, both of them. The hernia one was because they said that it was blocking. You know how sometimes your hernia can mess up your bowels and destroy them or whatever. And they said you have to do this surgery now, or you may be on the bag for the rest of your life. And literally, within 3 hours of showing up to the hospital, I was sedated, and they did that. So and then when I lost the toe, that was another right the same day. That was
okay. I didn't know that one. Same day. Okay.
And I made video. The only reason why I put I wasn't looking for sympathy, but I was so used to uploading videos all the time. And people take their money for tutorials, and it's a lot of people who I owed videos for. So I said, let me just do the video showing you. Look, I'm here in the house. So, this is the reason why I'm not doing videos. Just give me a month, and that's the only reason why I was making the videos. I just wanted to be transparent. Like I don't want y'all thinking I'm not doing it. So that's when I did those videos. But yeah, just to keep people up to date.
But you were sincere, man, and I said this guy's the real deal. Like I said, I have watched a lot of people's videos. I'm like, man, what type of crap is this they put out to the world? Playing what? Man,
what you gotta do? You do that, you do that, and you do that. That's it. Yeah. That's the whole song.
Hey, it was a couple of people's pages. They probably thought I was a real jerk where I commented and said, "But no, actually, you need to take it this way," and they didn't even respond back. But it's just like, man, if you're gonna teach a song to the world, at least do it correctly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
no one is perfect, and none of our ears. We never know. If
Very true.
The exact chord or not, but at least it should at least sound right. That's how I'm like, it should at least sound right.
Yes.
Sound right.
And when you teach, you have to know the chords if you want to teach.
Right.
You gotta know the chord.
Yeah. What you do is you do that and you do that. Okay. And then after that you do yeah. Okay. And then after that you, I'm like, can you tell me what chord you're playing, please?
Hey, I heard one guy, he was naming, he named 2 or 3 chords, and then when he got the one chord, he said, I don't even know what chord this is, but it's hot.
That is so ignorant.
It is. It's funny though. It's funny when it's ignorant. That's crazy, man. But, I mean, but I appreciate all you.
Like, sit down. Don't make a video if you don't know how to play the piano or know how to play it. Just play it and don't make a video. Like nobody.
Or at least if you post in the video, call it a cover. Don't call it a lesson.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I think all of us had bad experience with looking at tutorials.
Yes.
To learn a song, because I know, like I said, that's all I did back in the day. I didn't embrace playing by ear until 2016 is when I finally started embracing it and found out that I could figure out stuff. I'm still slow with it.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't playing by ear until I did. Like I said, I did the one song, "Sweet November." The video is still online, and I figured that was probably the first song I ever really did by ear, other than "Lean on Me." I think I figured out "Lean on Me" by myself.
Right.
I think I figured
that's everybody.
Other than that, but other than "Lean on Me," I think
that's the first song I learned. That's the first song
Hey,
I
that's
learned.
everybody's first song.
because once you learn C major, the first thing you're gonna try to do is to go up the piano, and then eventually you'll realize, hey, that sounds like Lane on Me.
The easiest song ever, right there.
They were Boyz II Men, Silent Night.
What you say? 12 D's. I'm sorry. What you say?
Same thing with Boyz II Men, Silent Night.
Boys to Men. You said Boys to Men. Or
Temptations.
Temptation Silent Night is surprisingly easy to play. It really is. I guess I just never thought about it until I had to do the tutorial, and I said, "This is like one of the
Lean on Me."
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, it's the same chord. You just changed the rhythm. You changed the rhythm. That's it. I was like, you kidding me? And look how classic that song is.
Exactly.
Their version, their rendition of Silent Night, it's like it's held up here. You know what I'm saying? It's so simple, man. But
that's proof. Yeah, that's proof that you don't have to have no confusing chords. It's plenty of songs with like just two basic chords and they hits.
I'm gonna tell you one dude that's probably. Let me see how much money he's worth. Let me see. Hold on. How much money is Lionel Richie worth? It says 200 million, right, on Google. Okay, so Lionel Richie, 200 million.
Woo.
And some of his hits sound just like this.
Hello.
$200 million writing simple songs. I've been alone with you inside my simple stuff. $200 million, yo. Writing songs that's just A minor down to the G major to F major.
That's crazy.
It amazes me. Even now, you know, Earth, Wind, and Fire always get difficult with their songs, but when you look at the beginning of the song, paint a pretty smile each day. It is simple. It's just F major down to E minor. And then you put it over A. It's all about love. I mean, it's amazing how it's like, and we talked about this earlier because Dred said that she thinks Hezekiah is going to win the battle tomorrow simply because, I mean, she said very eloquent words, but basically because his songs are easier to sing.
That's what does it.
I mean, that's basically what you were saying. You know, it's like people can, sing them better. They it relates to people. When you get too complicated, that's when,
mess it up.
Right. So
Hey, and let me say this. Hezekiah Walker is the only person that will have a choir singing in G flat.
Come on. Hit that note. Yo, she was right on G flat too. Do you hear how good her ear was? Before I even played this, she actually hit the G flat. What you got? Perfect pitch?
No, heck no.
Oh, okay. Because you went right to it. You went right to the G flat.
It's muscle memory because I sang that song so many times. I don't even know if is that what they be singing it in?
I don't know, but I know you sung a G.
He'll take you up there.
Hey, you know what's crazy, man?
Nobody wants to sing that high.
I know, for real.
Hey, it sure don't, because I remember taking some of his songs to the choir, and they was like, "Whoa, we cannot get that."
Mm-hmm.
Oh my Lord.
I mean, basically, for the regular people, you have to just take songs like that and just play them in a lower key. If you really want your choir to sing it, you better. Let's take it down 3 half steps, 2 whole steps, or something. You know what I'm saying?
And another trick that they do, I was learning a Mario song the other day, and Mario from BMO, but
oh yeah, he's from Baltimore. Yeah,
and
I got his brother's number in my phone. I know his brother Daryl. But go ahead.
Right, and one of his songs is 6 chords, and they just invert 3 chords and just inversions of those 3 chords. That's it. So those 3 chords and just invert.
Read what Fresh Sounds Florida just said. It's so true. The Motown era was full
So
of
simple.
simple
Yeah.
progressions.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, you can make it easy. Everybody want easy. I mean,
Yeah.
2 chords. Each day through my window, I watch her as she passes by. C major, D minor 7. I say to myself, such a lucky guy. I mean, I think
and
it's
back. Right. And they weren't doing sampling back then, right?
Oh no, they
They
had
weren't doing no sampling, right?
no, they
So
had
yeah.
real musicians and real singers. The groups really had to be able to sing, and the musicians really had to be able to play. So yeah, but I mean,
Right.
yeah, simple. Keep it simple, stupid, as they say. Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid, man. If you do that, you might be success. You might find success in the music industry.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, because I always thought like Dr. Dre made like real simple. Dr. Dre would make like real simple credit. Yeah, like that, like that.
was that Scott
And
Storch or Dr. Dre? I don't know. That might was Scott Storch. I don't know.
he
But
probably
anyway,
did it first. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, Dr. Dre always got simple beats, and you know the type of success that he had. So
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if I'm honest with myself, usually I like when songs are simple. But at the same time, my favorite song is not simple. Like On Bended Knee has a
yeah,
lot
it's
going on
not.
it. On Bended
It's
Knee
a
has a
lot of
lot going
steroids.
on in it. So I mean,
Yeah.
so I guess I go both ways. I love Hello by Lionel Richie too, though. I love that song. It's ridiculously simple. I love Just My Imagination by the Temptations. Mostly 2 chords. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh
I guess
yeah.
my taste just jumps around.
Oh yeah, and you
I'm
do
not-
like No Diggity too. That with Dre
But
rapping
No
in there.
Diggity is
Yeah.
nothing but grandma's hands. All he
Right.
did was sample.
Exactly.
He even sampled the
Right.
Yeah.
If you listen to No Diggity, you even hear the
Absolutely.
but he sampled it in another key. It's not in the same key. But it's I guess I don't know. Did he take it down? I have so to get down, good Lord, baby got him open all over town. But yeah,
Dun. Simple.
it's his grandma's hands with New Jack Swing over top of it. Oh man, well this was a great man. We're 3 hours in. I honestly, and y'all saw the email when I said I'm
Yeah, nothing to talk
now I
about.
have nothing to talk about, and here we go 3 hours later. But I think it's time for us to start listening to the beats. Even though Grant didn't turn in a beat today, I should beat him for not turning in a beat today.
Hey, let me also clarify. My name is Ron Music for Life because somebody in the chat kept calling me Rance.
Earlier in the live stream, we was talking about Rance Allen. So when Ron decided to join us, he decided to call himself. Who got that music playing in the background?
That feedback.
Is he at church?
It's like talk a
112 DC's at church.
Oh, he muted his mic. Okay, yeah, he might be at church or something. I don't know what he's doing. He getting his butt beat by his father because he broke that guitar or something. Whatever.
I want him to come on camera. I'm real curious now. What you doing, 112?
Well, he never has his camera on.
I'm sorry, y'all. That's the TV.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, are we boring you?
He's watching the Clark Sisters movie.
You know what? I'm about to throw my shoe at him right now too. Oh, Dre, on Thursday. I don't know. Do you follow? It's a young lady that used to be on Big Brother. Her name is Devon Rogers. By any chance, do you follow her on Instagram? You probably don't know who she is. She did this reenactment of the you got to see. I'm gonna show it because I got to get ready to play the tracks anyway. So let me sync this up real quick. I showed it on Thursday, and Ron was impressed by it. She reenacted the scene where Maddie Moss Clark had to throw the shoe at the girl and all that. Now it was like a TikTok video, so it was the real audio from the movie.
Oh,
but
okay.
the way she I was just like, yeah, you got
the audio.
Yeah, she nailed it. Hold on, is it? Yep, it's right here. Okay, let me set up. If my screen freezes, don't worry, I'll come back. Sometimes when I hit this share screen, that's when I look like the Tin Man. So if that happens, I'll be right back. Let's see what happens. I'm hitting it now. I'm gonna hit share audio. Let's see if I freeze up. Let me see. Am I still here? I'm still here. Okay, cool. All right, check this out.
All right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and stop. Somebody off. Somebody off. Somebody off. Been a long time since I heard Sorry Sopranos. Okay, come on, one more time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Give me some tissue. Spit that gum out. Spit the gum out. Now, if y'all wasn't coming up in here chewing gum, you might be able to sing. Might. You might. Jackie, Dorinda, Denise, Karen, y'all come down here. Come on. Twinkie. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. All right. 1.
I think that was it, though. I just think
that was funny. She nailed it.
Incredible job with that. But okay, let me get this. So okay, so we're going. I just wanted you to see that because I know you love that movie like we do.
Yeah, that was great. That was funny.
All right, so now unfortunately we don't have Raw on track, but we do have submissions from 112 DZ. We have a submission from Brandy, a submission from Rocky. I didn't even see him in the chat today either, but we got one from Rocky. Mitch Soul for the second week. Mitch Soul did send in the track. And yes, I did do something super quick. I had a rehearsal today, so I literally didn't get a chance to do much to it. So as usual, I'm not going to tell you whose track I'm playing. So after each track, y'all can throw out who you think. You know what I'm saying? Who you think track I just played. So we're going to start with the first one now. Everybody was able to hear the audio from that video. Okay, correct? Okay, good. All right, here we go. Here's the first track. Trying to get funky on the drums. Okay, so that's basically the track. It was pretty much over with. So, any of y'all want to take a guess who did that? Again, the options are is either 112 DZ, it's either Mitch Soul, it's either Brandy, Rocky, or House of Jazz. Brandy, who you think did that one?
It's Mitch Soul.
Mitch Soul. Okay, Dre, you want to take a wild guess?
I don't know.
She sound like a little girl too. I don't know.
I have so much anxiety about getting it wrong. I really don't know.
Okay, it's all good. Don't worry. Somebody just dropped the over. Okay, he's back. Hold up, he's back. So who just dropped out? Okay, okay, you, Georgie, what's your name? Nasim. There you go. I'm trying to remember what your real name is. Nasim. Who you think did that one?
Since I'm not familiar with Mitch, I think it's Mitch Soul because I'm familiar with everybody else's music. So
Okay. We'll find out after I play everybody's track. 112 Diesel. You want to take a guess at who did this one?
I also say Mitch.
Okay. Everybody want to ride on Mitch.
Mitch.
Okay.
Yeah, Mitch.
Look, Dre like, well, everybody else saying Mitch. So yeah, okay, yeah, Mitch. So, hey, yo, Ronnie. Ron, music for he's not ranch anymore. What's up, Ronnie?
Hey, I'm gonna go with Mitch also.
I thought it was Ron personally, but that's right. Ron didn't do it. No, let me stop. Let me stop. Okay, all right. So remember what y'all said, and we'll come back. All right. Here is the next track right here. Track number 2. Oh, I'm sorry. That's my fault. Let me start it over. Here we go. Oh, I like that little chord at the end. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. We're gonna start with Drea first, so she don't be stealing other people's answers and say, "Oh yeah, that's what you say." Oh, what is it? So just take a wild guess, Drea. Is it Mitch Soul?
I think it's Brandy.
Oh, you think it's Brandy because they said it in the chat. You think you slick?
I do. I like the string line.
Okay. All
I
right.
really like the string line, but I think it's Brandy. I don't know. I don't know.
I know that's the fun of it. That's what makes it so fun, Dre.
No, that's not fun. Not knowing stuff is not fun.
But you know what? But every week that you listen, that's when you start being able to figure out people's style. That's the reason why a lot of people pick the right people. Just because as you start listening, you know what I'm saying?
It's been several weeks, and I still have not been able to distinguish styles yet. So,
Drea, it's okay.
I know.
You get it. We know you slow.
Don't say it like that.
I'm just playing. I'm sorry. She was setting it up, man. She allowed me to set it up. She allowed me to set that up. She was going with me. So since she was going with me, remember, Dre and I, we go back 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
Please keep writing the answers in the chat so I can guess. Thank you.
That's where she got an answer from. Well, I'm gonna go with Brandy. Brandy, who do you think that was? Because everybody trying to say it's you. Who do you think it was?
It was Rocky.
Rocky? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That would have been my second guess.
Okay. Georgie Porgy.
Sitting up in my room. You already know what that is.
Oh, Brandy, right. That's Brandy song.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so he's saying it's Brandy. 112 Dizzy. Who you say it is, man?
Brandy.
Okay. It looks like it's gonna be everyone saying Brandy. Yo, Ronnie DeVoe.
Oh, Dizzy in the gym somewhere, working out.
I'm actually conflicted.
Okay.
I think it's Brandy because of the hi-hats, but then too, I feel like it's Rocky, so I'm conflicted.
So you said you don't know if it's Rocky or Brandy. Well, just take a guess then. Eat one or the other.
Since everybody's saying Scorpio B, that'll be who I go with also.
All right. Okay, cool. All right. Well, like I said, I will come back and I will reveal the answers. But we have 3 more tracks to listen to. Whoever got this thing, is that you? Nasin got something playing in the back. Mute your microphone.
Okay.
I'm going to play the next track. Okay. All right. Here go track number 3. Love is in the air, so don't despair. Love is in the air. Let's embrace it. Love is in the air, so don't despair. Love is in the air. Let's embrace it. Love is in the air, so don't despair. Love is in the air. Let's embrace it. Love is is in the air. So don't despair. Love is in the air. Let's embrace it. Okay, well, since Drea said let her guess, she typed it in the room. We're going to let her go first again. So who do you think did that one, Drea?
What's the options again? Because I really don't know.
Okay, the options are 112 DZ, Rocky, Brandy, Mitch, and House of Jazz.
I don't know. Who could that be?
She playing me, she playing with me, I think.
I do think it's Richard.
Oh, you think it's me?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you think it's me? Okay, all right. I would play this game with y'all, but obviously, since I'm the one playing the tracks, obviously I would just be lying if so that's why I don't say who I think it is, because I'm clicking the track. But anyway, Ron, Music for Life, who you think, man?
Man, how did Mitch Soul come up with that?
Oh, I don't know. We have to ask him after I reveal for sure whether or not he did that or not. You know what I'm saying? But we'll ask him. Hey, Georgie Porgy, who you think, man?
I don't know. Was that Nathan Morris?
No, Nathan Morris is a member of Boys to Men. I don't think he participates in this little channel's this is the man that sold what 60-80 million records. I don't think he participates in the
Didn't he talk to you one time on Instagram?
Never.
Sent you
Never.
Was that
No one from Boys and Men has ever, trust me, if I've ever talked to anybody from Boys and Men, I would say it on every single stream until the day I die. If I ever. So no, I wish. All right, 112 DZ, who you think, man?
I say Drea.
So Trey, they think that you did that. 112 thinks you did that track. He thinks it's you. He thinks you're lying when you said you didn't submit a track. He thinks you did the track.
That would be very clever. I wish I was that clever. I really do.
All right, Purple and B flat with the Ravens hair. Who you say?
Of course, the one and only Sir House of Jazz.
I just had to play that since she was trying to sing my name, Jazz. Okay. All right, well, we're going to move on to the next song now. All right, track. We got 2 more tracks. Here's track number 4.
Wow.
Since Drea is trying to cheat, we're gonna let her go first again, talking about type your answers now. We in the chat room talking about, hey, y'all type your answers in now. So we're gonna do Drea first for the rest of this. There's only one more after this. So Drea, again, your options: 112 DZ, Rocky, Brandy, Mitch, or House of Jazz.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Like somebody went in.
Well, I really, really needed the chat room to help me out, but
they listen to me. They actually listen to me when I said don't help Drea.
Okay, I think maybe it's either Ron or Rocky.
Well, Ron didn't submit anything today. Remember, I've been getting on Ron, so that means technically you think it's Rocky then.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Brandy, who you think? Who you got?
112.
You got 112. Okay. Not saying what you got, man.
I was gonna say 112, but no offense, 112, but I think that was a little bit past your time. So I know that's Rocky.
Okay. All right. Who did I miss? Ron? I didn't get you, Ron. Who you got, Ron?
I think it's Mitch Soul this time.
Okay. Mitch Soul. Okay. Brandy, did you give yours? You did? Okay. So everybody gave theirs. Okay. All right. We got one more track, and then I will go back and I will reveal. I don't even know how to talk anymore. How long I've been on here? 3 hours 33. Okay, that's why I don't know how to talk anymore. Okay, all right. So here's the last track right here. Here we go. And of course, we gotta follow the rules, Andrea.
Why I gotta go first every round?
I already told you why.
Okay. I really do feel like I feel like that one was Brandy, but I already voted her for one of them. So
Okay, all right. So
maybe 112.
okay, I mean, you can always change your mind if you hear something else and be like, oh, no, that's really the person. But okay, okay. So you say 112, purple and B flat. What you got, girl?
Oh, that's mine.
Oh, that's yours. Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Okay. Georgie Porgy.
Wow.
Georgie Porgy.
That was a hard one, but I think I'm gonna go with Mitch though.
Okay, you say Mitch.
Yeah,
112 DZ. We'll come back to you. Ronnie DeVoe.
I'm gonna say this is 112.
Okay, you say that's 112. All right. 112. You back with us? Going once.
I'm gonna say Ron.
You gonna say Ron, even though he didn't submit one.
No,
Okay.
no, I said it right. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm gonna say Ron.
Rocky. Okay. All right. All right. So we're gonna go back through all of them. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna play the whole track, but I will play the first couple of seconds just to remind you of what the track sounds like, and then I will reveal the answers. So this is a reminder of how the first track sound. You got something playing in the background now. Saying mute your microphone for right now. Yeah, I hear something in the back. Okay. All right. So here's a little clip of the first one. Okay, y'all remember that one. That one is drum roll, please. 112 DZ. That was 112 DZ. The first track was 112 DZ.
You know what? After I heard it again, yeah, that is him.
Oh my goodness. What in the world is that? What's all that noise? All right, what was you saying, Ron?
I said when I heard it again, that's definitely him. I told you he was in church, man.
Oh, okay. Well, you need to tell the church to turn down the music, man. Okay.
He's Kojic.
Oh, he's Kojic. All right. He can. Okay. And with that, we're going to have a reminder of how the second track sounds. I hear the chords. Those are the chords from last week. All right. So that one, ladies and gentlemen, was drum roll, please. B rocker. B rocker. B rocker. Purple and B flat. Brandy. That was a Brandy track right there, y'all. All right. Any comments?
I got that one right.
I think you did say Brandy, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. You did. Look,
Okay.
look at that. See? And you just got
See?
That's what I said. Because you just got finished saying it's been 3 weeks and I ain't getting none of them right. See? As you start doing this, you start getting them right. All right. So what you say, 112? Did you say something? Or was that wrong? I thought somebody.
My bad.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. And the third track? Love is in the air. Even though my vocals was slightly off because I rushed that real fast, that was me. And yes, that is me playing the real bass guitar on that track too. You heard that slide go boom. That was this baby back here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Thanks, 112 DZ. That was that slide. Listen to the slide again. Just listen to the slide. You like that slide? You like that slide? That was me. I did this slide. Okay. All right. Next track.
I do like that slide.
You got to put that boom. You got to put that slide up in that piece.
Sound a little like I would do.
All right. And here's a reminder of the fourth track. Yeah, those are the chords. I hear the chords. Those are the right chords. Yep. Right. I mean, this dude was throwing down whoever it was. Now, anybody that listened to this last week should know who did that, because last week was his first time ever submitting a track. And I even said, I don't think anybody ever submitted a track where they did a piano solo. So there's only one person that submits tracks with piano solos, and that's Mitch Soul in the chat room. So that was Mitch Soul. That was him. Once again, 2 weeks in a row, he submitted a track, and I hope that he will continue to submit it because your tracks are fire, man. All right, so that was Mitch Soul. And then obviously the only person that is left is Rocky. And let's just hear a reminder of what his tracks sound like. Yeah, C minor 7, okay. Yeah, he's doing G minor 7 and C minor 7. Yep, so he's doing the chords, G minor, and those were the chords. Someone in the chat was asking, are they using the correct chords? Those were the 2 chords that we used last week, G minor 7, so G minor 7, C minor 7, so yeah, okay. All right, so that was Rocky, y'all. So it sounds like some of us are starting to change up our style a little bit and starting to make people second guess, and I love it.
I know, man.
I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like it used to be like, oh yeah, yeah. And then who was that? That was Sounds Florida that said, this is the first time that I'm actually a little conflicted. Like he was like confused. I'm like, yes, switch it up.
All right, now.
So all right, so y'all know what we got to do now. So now what we got to do is pick out the chords for next week. So let me flip my camera so we can look at the keyboard. And then after this, y'all, I think we're gonna call it an evening. Since I've been coming to Drea first for everything, what's the first chord we should use next week, Drea? Even though we can't see your face, we can still hear you.
What's the first chord we're gonna use?
Yeah.
Let's use let's use F sharp minor 7.
Okay, let me type that in so I don't forget.
Yo, that's fun. I had that in my head.
Minor 7. Okay, anybody want to throw out a second chord? So we got F sharp minor 7. Some of you might know it as G flat minor 7, but I call it F sharp. It's one of the few. Usually I like flat names, but with F sharp minor 7, I like the sharp name. Should we go? Should we go there? Should we go from? Should we go there, or should we go somewhere else? Or so go somewhere totally different.
What about A flat 9?
A flat 9.
A flat major 9. How that sound?
No, that
change it to minor, and yeah.
Minor, okay. I was gonna say major. I don't think that's what's gonna work.
Probably want to. Well, if you're going to call it A flat minor 9, then make the first chord G flat. I mean G flat minor 7, the A flat minor 9.
Okay, I got you. You just saying use the inharmonic name,
right?
Okay. Let me see something. I want to do a different inversion. Okay, this is A flat minor 9. So, do y'all like that progression?
That's nice. That's nice and.
Yeah, you actually read my mind.
Give it that sweet muddy sound. Yeah.
Okay, so A flat minor 9 then. A flat minor 9. Okay, we need at least 2 more chords. So, anybody got any ideas?
I'm listening to y'all. That's how I learn my chords because I don't know my chords. So somebody got to call it out.
Hold on, let me see.
All right. Next in your left hand.
Okay. Well, what? Go ahead.
Do a F. Left
F
hand, do a F.
You mean F natural?
Yeah, F natural is in Frank.
Okay.
Right hand, do a F natural. A flat. B natural. Hold on. Let me think.
It look like you're trying to do diminished. Is this the chord you're trying to do? Or are you trying to do that?
Yeah, that's it. There you go.
Yeah, this is an F diminished 7. All right, let's put it. Let's see if it sounds right. All right, let's see what it sounds like. Okay, do y'all like that?
Yeah, that's
this
nice.
is gonna be a real dark song.
Yeah, a darky song. I like
It's
that.
gonna be real dark. So we got F sharp minor 7, A flat minor 9, F diminished. And that's right. We're gonna change the F sharp. We're gonna call it G flat minor 7. That's right. Dre reminded me. We might as well teach the theory correctly. Say it correctly. All right. So I just fixed that. Okay. So.
Hey, Jazz. Do on your left hand. Can you do a GDF? GDF on left hand.
GDF.
And then A, B flat, D, and F.
Oh, G minor 9 chord.
Yeah.
Is that going to fit though? Let me see something. Well, let me see. Okay. I don't know if that G minor is going to fit. Yeah, I don't know if the G minor fit the G minor 9 because we probably need to switch that last chord up.
What you do in your left hand, go up to a B flat, and then right hand go F natural, A flat, B flat, D.
Okay, so you just took. Okay, so hold up. So we went from the diminished 7 chord to this chord. Is that what you just spelled out, Ron? This chord right here?
Yeah, that's what I just spelled out. You might can invert it.
Oh, that's a B flat 7, dominant 7 chord. All right, so let's see what it sounds like. Do y'all like that?
Yeah, that last inversion is tight.
I was trying something. Do y'all like that? Okay, you said yes, not same. Do the rest of y'all like that? Dre, do you like that progression?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
What about you?
Yeah, that's tight.
Okay. I know you like it, Ron, because you gave us the last 2 chords. Of course, you like it. Mister, I ain't doing no track this week. Now, let me stop, man. Ron is cool, man. I love Ron, y'all. Hey, Brandy, are you cool with the progression?
Yeah, I could try to work with that.
Oh yeah. Miss Fitness said yes, that's nice. Las Vegas. Oh, is that Las Vegas? That's a nice progression. Okay, and 112Ds, are you good with that? Let me finish typing these chords out.
Man, that's smooth.
Okay. Dim 7, and then the last chord was B flat, dominant 7. So B flat 7. Okay, putting it on the screen now, and I'm about to show each chord at least one inversion. You can always do whatever inversion you want to do. I'm not going to sit here and show you every inversion of every chord, but here is a way to play G flat minor 7. G flat on your left hand, on your right hand, G flat, A, C sharp, E natural. All right, I got that. Again, that's G flat on the left hand, G flat, A, D flat, and E. Okay. A way that you can play A flat minor 9 is A flat on your left hand, G flat, B flat, that's B as in boy, C flat, some of you call it B natural, and then we got E
H.
or H. That's true. And we learned on Thursday in the in the UK, you can call this no H. So G flat, B flat, H, and E flat. That just sounds funny saying that. But in the UK, you can say that and it will be accurate. We just found that out last week. But seriously, G flat, B natural, and E flat. And then the last chord was no, that's the second. Oh no, the third chord. The third chord is F. This is fully diminished. F7, not half diminished, but fully diminished. F on the left hand. F, A flat, B natural, that's B as in boy, and D natural, D as in boy, you're dumb. Okay. And then the last chord is a B flat dominant 7 chord. B flat on your left hand, F, A flat, B flat, and D. Now, the rules to this contest is we ask that you use all 4 of these chords, but if you want to add additional chords because you're trying to just put another extra flavor, that's fine. All again, we just ask that you actually use these chords. You can put, and you do not. Let me say this again. You don't have to use the chords in the order that we just gave it to you. You might want to do the F diminished 7 chord first. Okay, if you want to make that work, and then go to the B flat 7, then go to the G flat, then go to the A, that's fine. You can do all that. Okay, so those are the rules. Use these chords. And if anybody out there in the chat room, everyone is welcome to participate. All I ask is that you have your track emailed to me by Friday noon. Okay, that's noon. The Friday before we go on Saturday. Okay, at noon. My email address is readily available, but just in case you don't know, it's y'all see how House of Jazz is spelled? Hold up. Right there. You see how my name is spelled? Right, just the way you see it, they put at yahoo.com. Okay. So that's my email address. The way you see it spelled right there at yahoo.com. And just have that track to me by Friday noon. And I will play it, and you will get full credit for your track. Don't worry about it. So, as many people who wants to participate, we definitely encourage all of you. As y'all can see, Mitch Soul, he has yet to come on this panel yet, but he's submitted 2 tracks, so it's open to everyone. So hopefully, maybe Drea might come up with a track next week too. She gave us a track one week. Oh, you muted, Drea. You muted.
Sorry, I'll do my best.
You do your best. Okay,
Yeah.
that's all we can ask is for you. Giving you the best that I got. Okay. Is there anything we said before we sign off? Go ahead, sing the song. We haven't heard you sing it.
No,
Drea, you sound like Jill Scott. That's your twin too. Jill Scott.
Love Jill.
Oh, Jill is. Oh yeah, Jill is.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about her. We was talking about singers earlier. But oh yeah. Before I sign off, let me say again. This week I'm not going to do Wednesday and Thursday just because I just need a break. Okay, that does not mean that I won't pick up the Wednesday and Thursdays again. I just need 1 week. I just need a break. what I don't want to happen is what happened in 2018 when I stopped doing all videos for like a month. I'm trying to keep myself from getting burned out. I'm starting to feel that. It's like I'm getting the remnants of that feeling where I'm like, I don't want to come on here and do anything. So before that happens, I said, let me take a break. All right, so relax. All right, but we will be back next Saturday, okay? And hopefully after next Saturday, then we'll go back to Wednesday and Thursday, or maybe just one day next week. You know, the following week. It might be just Wednesday, Thursday.
I agree with that.
Hey,
We'll
I
do
gotta
something.
ask Jazz this, man. Jazz, when's the last time you been to bed, man? I always gotta ask
Bed.
you this because you be
What
like,
is bed?
because you be
Well,
like,
what is bed? You said a bed? How do you spell that? How do you spell that word? Bed. What is that? I don't know what you're talking about. Bed. What is a bed?
What does that basement look like? I know you're very familiar with that basement, though.
Oh well, y'all know what the basement look like. It's junky. It got a whole bunch of equipment down here. There you go. That's why I'm zoomed in on my face. That's exactly why I'm zoomed in, so y'all can't see all the junk behind me. But anyway, all right. So with that said, hopefully we will see everyone next week again, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My panel, I'd like to thank all of y'all. I sent them an email extremely late. Usually, I send out an email by noon with the trailer stuff. I didn't send out the email till 6:40 something, and I told them that I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. I have no idea what we're doing. And as y'all can see, they came on and they made this thing almost 4 hours. So I appreciate all of y'all. I love it because I was just sitting here like, oh well, we'll just play the beats, then I'll just get off. But nah, y'all came through. So I love all y'all. I appreciate y'all supporting. Peace. All right, see y'all next week.
Good night.
Good night.